All righty then. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Hope everybody's having a great Saturday night. It's open mic night. Open mic. The link is in the chat if you guys want to join. I got Kelvin here with me and Welkin too. What's going on, fellas?
How's it going, everybody?
Pretty
Good,
good.
man. And you sound so nonchalant.
I know
How's
I'm just pulling
your
it up
week,
on my.
man? How's the weekend?
The weekend is nice. The weather is really good where I'm at. I went shopping earlier. Just picked up like a suit and everything, getting ready for a
Picked up a
big.
suit. Are you going to court,
Yeah.
man? Oh, forget you,
No,
man.
no, no. I'm not
Not for
going to
beer.
court. Yeah, for real, for real. I don't want judge, jury duty or anything, but I just have a job interview coming up, so I wanted to get spiffy.
Okay, man. Yeah, man. Good luck with that, man. Good luck. What about you, Welcome, man? How you been, dude?
I'm good. Yeah, the weather is better. I've just been going out on walks. Like, we have a park nearby, so.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, I mean, all is well in the Yankees camp for the most part, right? Everybody's
Right.
healthy. The season's coming in. Judge made it through the WBC without injuring himself.
Yeah.
And things are looking on the up and up for the most part. I'm pretty sure Welkin disagrees with that, but the first topic of the day that I want to talk about is Gerrit Cole. Oh, Gerrit Cologne, apparently, since I can't spell. But anyway, Gerrit Cole made his first start since having Tommy John surgery. He pitched the inning. He looked pretty good in my opinion. Obviously, he didn't look like nothing spectacular, but just the fact that he was out there throwing and in the mid 90s is that's a win to me, man. That is a win. Let me bring up Ace. What's going on, Ace?
Yo,
Chilling, man. So what you think, Kelvin, about Gerrit Cole's first start? Let me fix that. I wrote Gerrit Cologne. What the hell?
yo, what up? Can
I
you hear me?
think I think
Yeah, I hear you.
What up? What's good,
Chilling,
guys? How
man.
y'all doing?
I don't know, man. Was you good?
what's up, Ace?
Chilling, man. Just I told y'all pop in. Popping in on my phone. So I just wanted to pop in and show some love to my boy Jasson Custodio. What's good, guys?
Chilling, man. So we talking
How
about
you
Gerrit Cole right now, man. His first start. Obviously, look, I could all I could take away is all positive things from his first start. Just the fact that he was on the bump in an actual game, even though it's an exhibition game, obviously spring training. But the fact that Gerrit Cole was on the mound pitching to live batters is, man, time flies, right? It's good to see him back. He looked pretty good. I think that he's gonna make a full recovery and be back to the ace that we all know and love, man. What you think, Kelvin?
I really liked what I saw. It was only about like less than 15 pitches, but he mixed it up. His fastball wasn't down, so that's always a really good sign. Now I think like the next step, of course, is getting his and you gotta get his endurance back up, of course, to be able to go like at least like 50 pitches and everything. But knowing Gerrit Cole, that's probably already done on the back end. But I'm really, I really want to see him throw like his secondary pitches because I know he's more of a pitchers and not gonna like blow by. Even though he can, he still has a or had a really high fastball. But I really want him to be able to like pitch his way out of stuff too. But just having him in the dugout, but now being able to speak to people and mentor and also do it, I think our pitching staff is just everybody's gonna take like that next step.
Yeah, man. What about you guys? Ace spoken.
Oh, yeah, he looked good. I guess that bum who bunted on him, I'm glad he got thrown out by Wells. So, I mean, that was really annoying when I saw the replay. But, yeah, I mean, his velo does not look bad. Looks pretty good, so I'm not worried about that. Delivery looks clean. It's a new delivery. I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard to talk too much about his start because it's just 10 pitches, but just seeing, like you said, just seeing him on the mound is good. And I joked it's because Devers is gone that he's back and healthy. But
Yeah, man. Ace, you can hear us, Ace?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, Kelvin, I'm gonna be like muting you when you're not. Oh, you got it. You do it when you're not speaking. I'm gonna mute your mic because you're getting a lot of feedback when you're in. So, Ace, what you think about Gerrit Cole's his first start, man, coming back off of Tommy John?
Like Welkin said, it's really hard to gauge, man. It was just 10 pitches. But it did feel good to have 45 back on the bump. And more importantly, Alex Cora is an asshole for having them bunt on the first play to kind of test his legs out, a little pitcher's fielding practice, which us as Yankee fans definitely know, like, we could always use. But it just felt good to have him back on the mound, stretch him out there a little bit, and obviously as it gets further on, he'll start ramping it up a little bit more. My biggest takeaway, they were saying that June, he's aiming for about June. I think he'll probably be back by like the end of May, honestly, because he's kind of been ahead of schedule this entire time. So hopefully we can aim for like a May return. But until then, the starting rotation is going to have to hold it down.
I think, though, as far as like when he returned, I think if the Yankees are playing well, there's no point of even bringing him back early. Just to whatever date they scheduled him to be back, just wait till then, Well, hopefully if the Yankees are playing well.
Yeah, I'd like to see Carlos Lagrange before then, though. That'd be nice to give him a shot because, like, Ryan Weathers struggling. Luis Hill actually had a good bounce back outing, but he's been struggling as well. But Lagrange has been playing really well. Honestly, I would, give Ryan Weathers, Luis Hill, like 2 starts. If they're stinking it up, I'd call it Lagrange.
Yeah, man. And we're going to get to that, too, because I got a lot to say about him, about Dominguez, about Cabrera, about this roster in general, the moves they're making. Yeah, so you know what? We'll skip the Aaron Judge thing. Let's go straight to that. That's a perfect segue. Jasson Dominguez, Carlos Lagrange. Today, was it today or last night that they sent down they optioned Oswaldo Cabrera?
That was today.
That was today? Okay. Obviously, Spencer Jones got optioned back down there. Elmer Rodriguez Cruz. Man, that AAA roster's looking pretty good right now, man. A couple of them guys, man, I'd argue deserve a shot at the big league roster, man, especially Jasson Dominguez, man. How do you feel about that? We'll start with you, Ace.
Well, yeah, Scranton is going to be tough this year because they got Jasson Dominguez, Spencer Jones, Carlos Lagrange, Oswaldo Cabrera. There's no reason why if those guys stay down there, hopefully they don't stay down there all year. But if they do, Scranton should be able to come away with a championship, maybe a good year down there. But when it comes to the big league roster, it's frustrating as a Yankee fan because it's one thing to run it back, right? But for you to run it back and not learn from previous mistakes is what frustrates me as a Yankee fan. Because you got Trent Grisham and Randall Gerchik who made the roster. Both of them are batting under 200 in spring training. Now, Randall Gerchik's only been here for a cup of coffee. He's only been here for, I think he's got 16 or less at-bats. So it's really hard to gauge when it comes to him, right? Cabrera's not got off to a hot start. So and on top of that, he's coming back from an injury. So I understand giving him some time at Scranton. But you got Jasson Dominguez, who's batting 3-something. You got Spencer Jones, who's batting 3-something. And both of them are displaying power numbers on top of that. Jasson Dominguez is looking up much improved from the right side. You could tell he switched up his technique a little bit and his mechanics, and he looks more confident from the right side. But yet, because of guys like Trent Grisham, and as soon as Randall Gerchik was added to as soon as he was an invitee, we already knew he was going to make the roster. The Yankees are doing the same shit over and over. They're relying on these veterans because they're paying them, and we know as Yankee fans that they're not going to justify keeping Trent Grisham on the bench for $22 million, $17 million more than he was getting paid last year. So they're going to play him, and it's going to bury either Dominguez or Spencer Jones in Scranton.
Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna be honest, man. With Jasson Dominguez, it's kind of weird the way I feel because on one end, I do feel like he's a liability with the defense out there, But on the other end, it's like I feel like, man, what better place if he's truly the future, right? You're not gonna trade him, you're not gonna move him or anything. Why leave him down at AAA to rot? And then especially for a guy like Randall Gerchek or Gerchek, however you say his name, who really hasn't shown me. And I get it, he's a veteran, but all because he has more years in the MLB, he's gonna get playing time up here over one of our top prospects, who in my opinion earned a chance to at least break camp. With the team, he's broken. Well, he didn't break camp in 24, but he broke camp last year, if I'm not mistaken. And in 24, he was with the team towards the end, was with the team through that whole World Series run. I think the way they're doing him is not fair, especially when you see the way they handle some other prospects not named Dominguez or Spencer Jones. If your name starts with a V and you know what I'm talking about, then they roll out the red carpet for them, But you, Wilkins, I know Wilkins hates Dominguez, so I'm waiting to hear what you got to say. Wilkins said he should get sent down to AA, not AAA. So
Well, I'm gonna just say that this spring training, I can tell he's improved drastically from the right side, especially. I mean, today was Frambler on the bump, and he smacked him. He went 2 for 3, and he got a triple today. Like, it's clear that he's making improvements with his bat. Defensively, I don't know. I think he threw from left field all the way to plate, but it was like a really bad throw. So you could still say, oh, his defense is still really shaky. But with his bat, I just don't see why we should be playing someone like Gerchik in left field. And I don't really pay too much attention to spring training results for veterans like Gerchik. But for spring training results from players like Spencer Jones, from Dominguez, that are trying to improve, I think those are the spring training results you want to see. Improving from the right side. And not lollygagging when it comes to the left field. Like, yes, it was a weak throw, but, sometimes it can happen. I'm willing to give Dominguez a shot, and I think it's kind of sad. He's probably going to have to purchase real estate down in Scranton at this point. I don't see them ever putting up with him in left field. Possibly center field next year, but that's a whole different discussion.
Man, at this point, I think they should probably they should just trade these guys, man. If to me, I see it like that. If I was a prospect in the Yankees organization, I'd be demanding a trade at this point. Like, if he was on almost any other organization, he'd break camp with them, Possibly even the Dodgers, possibly, maybe not. There's only a few teams in the major leagues that if Dominguez was on that team, that he wouldn't break camp, and the Yankees, unfortunately, is one of them. That's just how they roll, man. And another guy, Carlos Lagrange, right? See, this one is an interesting one. I want to say hi to Jonathan real quick, and we'll get you in here, Jonathan. Carlos Lagrange, right? So I hear both sides of the coin, right? There's two arguments, right? On one end, everybody, I think, wants him to be in the big leagues. Everybody feels like his stuff plays at the big leagues. But there's one side of the fan base that thinks that if he's not going to be a starter, they just send him down to AAA so he can start down there. And then there's another side, and the side that I'm on is like, just bring him up here, Bring him, even if he's in the bullpen, just bring him up here. The better place to learn and play than up here, man. Here's the thing with pitchers, especially. Pitchers get hurt all the time. Well, we got Brock Selvage, who's going to need Tommy John. A couple years ago, 2 years ago, it was Chase Hampton. You just never know with these guys, right? You never know. It'll be heartbreaking. And I'm going to end on this point. If Lagrange goes down there and, hurts himself or something, God forbid, knock on wood, and is not able to make it up here. A pitcher's arm, man, is like they only got so many pitches in that arm, so many innings that they can throw before something happens. The dude's ready, man. He is ready. He's more ready than Ryan Weathers, in my opinion.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it comes down to that, man, the Yankees have the perfect solution in front of them with Lagrange, but their arrogance is going to kill them at the end of the day. Ryan Weathers is struggling, and he has struggled in the past with injuries. So why wouldn't? And then obviously this bullpen, even though I completely have faith that the Yankees will always put out a good bullpen, right? The answer is Carlos Lagrange, because put him in that starting spot, give him an opportunity, even if it's the fifth guy in a rotation every 5 days. Who cares? Then you're taking less wear and tear on Ryan Weathers by putting him out in the bullpen. Because, like I said, he is a guy that year after year he's dealt with injury. So why would you risk the wear and tear in his arm, giving him starter time when you got a starter that's already ready? This is what's frustrating about how the Yankees operate.
I hear you, man. What about you, Jonathan? You've been quiet. What do you got to say?
I just came on. I'm listening to the conversation. As far as Dominguez, look, I would love him to make the team, but my thinking is he should play every day. And if he cannot play every day with the Yankees, then it's probably a little bit smarter to put him in AAA to play every day.
I'm asking you guys, and in the chat too, let me know. Do you think Dominguez is better off in AAA where he can play every day, or in the big leagues? Let me know in the chat. And you guys, we'll go start with Kelvin, and I'll answer last because I agree and disagree at the same time, right? Kelvin, what do you think about that?
I think both Jones and J-Dom should be playing Major League Ball. And my logic behind it is I understand players of pedigree blocking roster spots. For instance, Judge, Stanton, Belly, even Rice. I fully understand them being something that can't go anywhere. But to have Grisham blocking two prospects that are a couple of tweaks away from being viable by any team is malpractice. And both of them have been getting better at their say.
Hey, Kelvin, man, you ain't answered the question though. That's no. I asked. Do you think? Yeah. So you think he's better off in AAA, playing every day?
No,
or he's better off up here playing twice a week.
First thing, no. I think both of them should be getting everyday run.
Everyday run, so they should be in the AAA.
No,
I know what you're saying. They should be up here playing every day, but that's not what the question was. What Jonathan said is, if they're not going to be up here playing every day, they're better off in AAA getting reps, right, Jonathan?
Okay. Yes, I think both. I think both Jones and Dominguez have the capability of being an everyday starting player, but the Yankees outfield is so crowded that it's very unlikely bearing any injury. Look, of course, if Grisham pulls his hamstring, or God forbid, Judge or someone else in the outfield.
Come on, bro. You better knock on wood, bro.
Well, I'm not. Today's my birthday, so all good things.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you. But I'm not saying any negativity towards the Yankees, and I'm only hoping for great things to come in this season, including a World Series. However, we know injuries happen, and when the injuries happen, we have players to call up.
So here's my thing with that, right? I wanted to go around and see what you guys think, but here's what I think about that. I get it that people think that he should be playing every day, and I guess in a sense that makes sense, right? But when you think about it, he's gonna go down to AAA and dominate. You know that, right? It's like a high school player, you know, and they're saying, well, you can't play every day here, so we're going to send you to Little League and play. How are you going to get better down there when you've already dominated that? You passed that level. You know, I get it, maybe defense, getting reps at defense, but how is that going to prepare him for major league pitching when he needs to see major league pitching to be a big league hitter, you know? That's how I see it anyway. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. The Yankees obviously don't see it that way. But time will tell.
But at AAA, you got a lot of major league ready talent, so he'll stay down there getting the reps off those guys, because AAA is the guys that are on the cusp of joining the major leagues, or in a situation like we have where they just don't have enough space. So you're going to be facing some MLB ready talent. But I'm in the boat of this.
It's not the same, Ace. I'm telling you.
No. I understand that.
A huge jump.
I understand that. There's a big gap when it comes to that. But the kids got to get reps every day, man. Baseball's a sport where we talk about it all the time, where do you want that day off You know what I'm saying? Like, got some guys struggle after that. Baseball is a sport that with the timing needs to be played every single day. And for a guy that's getting 2 days a week, like for that, you might as well send him back down to AAA and just let him play every day. And if something happens, like we all know, baseball is a sport where ultimately it will figure itself out at the end of the day. Hopefully, it doesn't figure itself out in the way that Jonathan said. I'm not going to even reiterate that. And if it does happen, we're going to look back at this stream and all blame Jonathan for blowing out his birthday candles and not wishing health on everybody. But yeah, it's just one of those things where baseball will figure itself out at the end of the day. Me personally, I would put Ben Rice behind the plate, Bellinger at first, and that opens up an outfield spot even with Trent Grisham. That's how I see it. But yeah, as far as how it's gonna go, he's gonna start off in AAA, and hopefully he gets called up at some point this year and makes it a hard conversation where you can't send this kid back down because he's dominating at the major league level.
At the major league level, yeah. I mean, you know what it is though. I get the feeling. I don't know if you guys remember Esteban Florial, right? Where the Yankees kept playing yo-yo with him, bringing him up and down, up and down. It got to a point where he was dominating AAA. It's like a quadruple A player, right? That's what they call him. He's a quadruple A player. It's like he's not good enough to stay up here in the big leagues, but he's too good to be in AAA. He literally dominated AAA, but when he came up here, it wasn't the same thing. I don't know. I feel like even if he's not going to play it every day, man, you can learn just being around big leaguers, you know? And these guys, it's not like they're not playing. They're getting, I guess, BP and doing stuff like that and hitting off the machines. I don't know. I would have liked him to break camp, man. I really would have.
Well, I have a feeling also they wanted Grisham over Dominguez because he has more versatility.
Yeah, but the Yankees always do that. We did that last year with Austin Slater. They kept running him out there. He didn't have it. Like, it was clear he was like the dude was not catching on, you know. But they kept bringing him out there. At one point, they even put him lead off, and I'm like, what are we doing, man? Obviously, he's sucking, bro.
This is the Yankees' way of thinking. They always think about having a guy that can play multiple positions over the guy that can play one or two positions.
Yep.
Yeah. I'd like to add on to that. Like, I don't know if you guys watch Clint Frazier's take on the whole thing, and it's like, yes, you do get everyday reps if you go down there, but on the psyche, it's not gonna be great for players. Just keep yo-yoing players back. Like, you just tell them, hey, you're good enough 1 year to be on this roster. Then on this second year, they're like, get back down there, buy a house there in Scranton. And just to keep on telling people you're not good enough, it's not good on the psyche. And at some point, you'd rather just play in the big leagues. Like, for example, for Lagrange, I think he would rather play bullpen.
And let me tell you something. There's not a player in the minor leagues who'd rather be in the minor leagues. That's not a thing. They all rather be here. Even if you told them, hey, you're gonna play once a month, they'd rather be up here in the big leagues. You know, not even for the psyches, because that's the ultimate goal, man. Your best chance of playing in the big leagues is being on a big league roster. You know. Yeah, AAA, man, especially Scranton, man. That's where when you get up, right? When they bring people up, and then they bring them down, and then they bring them up again, and then they bring them down. You know, man, like there's a graveyard down there of professional baseball players that man, they just gonna be minor leaguers for life until they get out of there. You know, a guy like York Vivas, if he don't get traded or something, you think he's ever gonna get another shot up here? You know, and I hope that's not the case for Dominguez, but the Yankees, man, they don't do their prospects right, in my opinion.
Yeah, but a guy like Vivas had never shown he can hit major leaguers.
Yeah,
no, I know that, but what I'm saying is, if he was on another organization, he'd get a better chance too. You know,
of course he would.
Yeah.
Well, for Vivas, I'm not too sure about Vivas hitting 150 consistently, spring and regular season. But for Dominguez, absolutely. Like, even for good teams, he would probably make the roster. But
Dominguez would be good for Colorado or Miami.
yeah. I mean, honestly, if we didn't have Stanton, and I don't want to say that that I don't like Stanton, because if I'm being honest, he's probably my favorite player in terms of mentality on the Yankees. Like, I think Judge is a far better batter, or not think, I know he's a far better batter. But I would have preferred if Stanton was captain. But really, he's clogging
Here
that
we go.
he's clogging that DH spot.
Oh
So
my god. Here we go again, bro.
I mean, I told
Y'all want to get to that?
Oh, right,
You
right.
can't.
That was
I'm gonna shut you down right now, Wilkin. You can't be a captain of anything if you're only there half the time. Right? He's
That's
hurt
true.
too much. Even if there was no Judge, if Judge didn't exist and it was Giancarlo Stanton, the fact that he is injured damn near half a season every season, you can't be in charge, man. Your best
Right,
ability is
right, but
availability.
that's not my point. I'm not trying to say, okay, well, I guess in that regard, Stanton should not be captain over Judge. But my point is, if you want to bring out other names, I think Harper should be, if we had Harper, and that's a hypothetical. But I'm just
That's a
saying.
different story, though, man.
No, I'm just saying,
If the Yankees would have signed Harper when he was a free agent, he probably would be the captain right now.
No, I know.
Who knows,
I'm just
right?
saying, I was just going off on a tangent. I'm just saying, what was even the point?
While we're on that subject, I think if the Yankees signed Harper when he was a free agent, they probably would have been a much different team and a much better team, because they were, for the last couple of years, they've always been missing that left-handed power that Harper can give them. And the Yankee Stadium is meant for lefties, lefty power especially, and also the Yankees have never won a World Series without, well, that might be true, but without lefties and lefty power.
I mean, look, guys, man, I get it. Everybody's mad at Judge, but
I mean, I'm not mad at Judge. I just think that some people should be captain over him. I'm not downgrading his
okay. Let me
performance.
ask you something. What did he do to make him not worthy of being a captain? Besides not getting the big hit every time you want him to get a big hit.
I wouldn't even
Because
say every time.
Stan has never got a big hit every time either. I mean, I get it. He's probably Stan has had bigger moments than Judge.
I
Well,
think I can disagree on that. That Stanton, just because Stanton doesn't get the big hit every time, he's gotten it way more
no,
consistently.
I just said that though. You're not paying attention. I just
Yeah.
said that Stan has gotten the bigger hit more than Judge. I would agree with that. But what is it about Judge that everybody all of a sudden said he can't be the captain? What did he do?
to to play devil's to play on the side of Welkin, Judge's he just actually went on record sort of saying this. He doesn't have like that fire, that outward we're not playing well, I'm gonna yell at the team, or I'm gonna say something that's motivating to actually get people riled up. Meanwhile, Stan has about 20 quotes of him just saying, we don't get swept at home. Things that just like make you want to run through a wall for him. Like Judge is he's like he's Captain America in both stature and the way that he's like PR friendly. And I think Welkin is sort of putting into words like you would want for your captain to be more like Derek Jeter, be able to call people out, but still do it in like a PR friendly way, just like Jeter did. And
When
really
has
felt
Jeter
about
ever
it.
called anybody out publicly?
Uh,
Never.
Well, wouldn't he?
Ever,
Wouldn't he
ever.
say
Ever.
he's like never?
He never.
So
See those stories. Those stories we learned that later. We don't know what's going on.
Okay.
We might learn it later. It might be like, yeah, man, Judge. Let me tell you something, man. Right? Here's the thing. Right? All because a person doesn't. You don't have to yell and shout to get to be a leader. There's different ways to lead. Like you could be. That's just this is how I used to see it, right? And there's a quote for 50 Cent. And this is how I used to see it when I was in the Army. Because in the Army, I felt like at first you had two types of leaders, right? You have the one leader who you're just scared to death of him or her, and they just yelling. And then you have the other person that you really look up to and you admire that person. They ain't yelling at you all day, but you admire that person. You'll run through a wall for that person. That's how much you admire for them. You'll follow them into war, literally. You know, so I think the Judge is that other person. The players admire this dude, right? He don't gotta yell and shout. Just the fact that people are gonna play for him just because they want to play for him because they feel like he deserves it. You know,
I'll,
and that's how you. That's where you get the set lead by example, right? That's how you lead. Maybe he's not getting the big hits, but leading by example. There's a reason why he is revered by everyone, all players throughout Major League Baseball. You ain't never heard one story like somebody say, "Oh, Judge is a sucker," or anything. Everybody said, even Juan Soto is the cockiest dude ever, said that the best player on this planet is Aaron Judge. You know, he said that out of his mouth. I don't know. I disagree with that. The fact that, look, maybe he can't give the good speech. You know, it is what it is. Let me tell you something, man. And I'll leave it. I don't know if the people that are religious out there, and even if you're not, right? The story of Moses. Moses couldn't speak for shit. Moses stuttered. He couldn't. He told God, like, how am I gonna speak to these people? I'm a stuttering fool. So you just never know. I think the Judge is a good leader. Is he the best leader? No, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Do I agree with everything he does? No, I wish that he speak out more. And I could tell lately, you can tell that the inner, what he's thinking in his head is starting to come out a little bit more. Like when he said, he was a little frustrated, to start the off season. And then he caught himself and tried to backtrack everything. And so, look, the dude's desperate to win, man. I guarantee you he is desperate to win. For people to say that he don't want to win, he is so desperate to win. And maybe that's why he's not
I'd like
winning.
to add to that. I mean, everyone wants to win, but who, again, I'm quoting from a different stream, but I mean, who hates to lose? And captains like Harper he's captain like people like Harper, like Jeter, they hate to lose. You'll see them go like completely radio silent if they lose. The way with Judge is, I can tell you that I don't know what goes behind the cameras and everything, but we do know what's on the camera. For example, when Stroman got mad at Glaber for making that error back last year, in 24, sorry. Judge instead of getting mad at Glaber, he got mad at Stroman. He's like, you don't show up our teammates. It's just like, I guarantee you other captains that are serious about winning would not show up Stroman for being mad at an error.
But here's the thing, though, man. But you don't. He's right, though. There. See, this is where I disagree with you, man. And we're talking about Aaron Judge's. I guess they feel like he's not a good.
He is the best player. It doesn't mean he's a captain.
Listen, what he means, you don't show. This is and this I learned a lot when I was in the Army. As far as when it comes to leading, I'm not saying I'm the best leadership, but I learned because I had a lot of good leaders and a lot of bad leaders. Let me tell you something, man. When you see two guys, right? Two leaders, let's say, is in charge of you. That's why you say the parents, you don't fight in front of your kids, right? You don't show up the wife in front of the son. Like, so what he was telling Stroman is it's okay to, like, I'm sure behind the scenes, they go in the clubhouse and they're like, hey, man, what the hell you doing? You can't be doing that shit. But to do it on the field with the world watching, that's where Stroman was wrong. That's what he meant. Like, you don't show up your teammate like that on national TV, man. It's not a good look.
I agree with that, but it's kind of clear that he probably doesn't chastise Glaber because Glaber was still a fool all the way towards the World Series. He could hit, and I liked Glaber. But
so what you want him to do, Will? You want him to whip him with the belt? You want Judge to grab the belt and grab these dudes and freaking him and Stanton, pull him in the locker room and beat the shit out of him?
No, I want to see improvement in his demeanor, and it's clear that Glaber got better in demeanor, and he stopped making errors, and he played the game seriously when he went to a different organization. Now, I don't know what went on behind the scenes there, but clearly all the years that Glaber's been here, he's always been lackadaisical, and I liked Glaber Torres.
And that's Aaron Judge's fault.
No, it's not necessarily his fault, but he didn't help it, and that's why I'm just saying he's not a
Let me tell you something, man. What are you talking about, bro? For real, man? Like, I'm serious, dude. Like, what you want Judge, right? To grab. Look, we don't know. He probably told guys, like, hey, like,
he has.
Come on, you gotta wake up out there. But this is baseball, man. Everybody's gonna make mistakes, man. Everybody, especially through the course of 162 games, you're gonna mess up somewhere. You're gonna make a mistake. And I don't know, man. I think that what you saying, right? What everybody's saying about Judge that he shouldn't be captain is all speculation because nobody really knows. Nobody knows what the hell he's what conversations he's having with these players. Nobody knows what he's saying in the dugout. Nobody really knows, right?
See,
Nobody
there's other
knows.
people that say that Judge and Boone have the same vibes, no passion or fire. I don't know about the passion or the fire, but sorry, I don't know about the passion, but I really do believe that Judge and Boone handle players and discussions with players the same way that Boone does. Judge and Boone, they're very
So
similar.
how you tell me, Welcome, we're gonna role play here. All right. I'm Gleyber Torres. I made an error, a stupid error, bonehead error that I shouldn't have made.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't care how you handle it, but clearly, how long has
How,
Glaber been in the organization, and he hasn't changed in terms of how he plays the game? And then 1 year out, he goes from making like 17 errors, and then on the Tigers, he makes like what 3 errors?
maybe he worked on it.
Glaber Torres, he only made like 3 or 4 errors.
I know, but so that's Judge's fault. You
not-
gotta
it's not
understand
about
where I'm
whose
coming
fault
from.
it is.
You see what I'm saying, bro? This is he probably got better, bro. He probably worked on it. He
And
was a
why
free
did he get-
agent. He's playing
why
for
did
his
he get-
his kids. You know, like see, this is what I'm saying. The argument you guys make is stupid, man. I'm gonna be honest. It is dumb because
It's not
Glaber made
stupid.
17 errors. Aaron Judge is not a good captain. You hear yourself, right? That's what you just said.
You think he's a good captain? I don't.
I'm not saying, but it's your logic. You just said that Glaber made 17 errors when he was on the Yankees and then went to the Tigers and only made 3. Therefore, Aaron Judge is a bad captain. Make it make sense, people. What are we
I'm
doing?
saying he doesn't inspire people to stop making errors. It's like he's like Boone. So if someone doesn't, so are you saying Boone can't be a bad manager because other people, they
No, see, it's different. I think Boone is a bad manager, right? See, I'm gonna tell you why I say Boone is a bad manager, right? See, you gotta have valid points. See, because he took Glaber
It's a
out the
valid
game for
point,
not
you just
listen,
don't agree
but
with
see,
my
you don't let
point.
me finish though, man. He took Glaber out the game, right, for not hustling, but never did the same thing to Verdugo, or he don't do it to Jasson. That's the problem I have with Aaron Boone, that he tried to make an example out of Glaber. But it's like, bro, have that same energy with everybody else. And you could tell, I bet you Glaber was pissed off, when they took him out the game.
And I bet you he made
that.
that with Glaber because he knew he wasn't signing him for 2025. He weren't bringing him back, so they made him the scapegoat. They didn't do the same. They don't do the same to Volpe or Jazz. I guarantee you, if Glaber made the same error that Jazz made against that Marlins series, where he got tagged up on that infield pop-up fly, we all know what I'm talking about. That Marlins series where he got doubled up on an infield flyout. I've never seen that in my life. And who did Boone blame? Did he blame Jazz? No, he blamed the first base coach.
I know. See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I agree. That's why I'm saying that Boone is not a good manager. That's what I'm saying, Wilkin. But that's what I'm saying, because that's legitimate proof right there that he's treating certain players different than he treats others. You understand what I'm saying? Because maybe he's scared of Jazz. I don't know.
Right,
but we don't have that. When you're saying Aaron Judge is not a good captain because people make errors and they don't stop making errors. You just said that. You said that he don't inspire people to stop making errors. Like, they don't make no sense.
You're doing it as a binary thing. There's a lot of reasons why I don't believe that Judge should be captain over other people like Harper. That's just because.
But Harper's not on the team, bro. What are we talking about, bro? He's not on the team, my guy. Yo, please, man.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Can you stop interrupting, dude? You just
said go ahead, man.
And you literally cut me off every time.
You bringing up Bryce Harper, bro. What are we talking about?
All right, can you chill?
I'm good, bro. Go ahead, man. I'm laughing.
Like, there's a lot. You think I'm the only person who doesn't believe Judge should be captain? There's a lot of people here that believe that too. And
it's okay.
You're just focusing. The thing is, you keen on one point. I talk about, there's a lot of reasons why, and then you you said Harper, therefore Harper. It's like
No,
I'm
that's
just
not. See,
giving. I'm
Welkin.
just
No, let me cut you off. No. So give me the
okay.
reason. You gave me the
I'm used
reason.
to getting cut
Listen,
off.
Welkin. Look, let me tell you something, young man. I asked you for a reason. I said, "What's the reason that you feel like he shouldn't be a captain?" And you brought up Gleyber Torres, that he made 17 errors with the Yankees and only made 3 with the
Not
Tigers.
the only
Therefore,
reason. There's so
okay.
many
So what's the
people.
other reason? What's the other reason? Don't bring up other people. I'm asking you. What is your reason that you feel Judge should not be the captain of the New York Yankees? But give me a valid reason. If you say it's because he never won one,
I've said
then I'd be
plenty.
like,
But you
okay.
just said plenty, and you just don't agree with them. Kelvin already explained pretty good reasons. I'm only adding to that, and you're focusing onto the things that I've added.
So what's
to
the
what
Kelvin? Tell me the reason, Kelvin.
he just said it.
Please.
You can rewind and watch what Kelvin
I,
said.
was saying I was
That he don't give
saying
a fiery
to sort of
speech.
support Welkin that exactly his demeanor is way too lax in like big moments. Like he'll go out swinging in a big moment and not sort of step up to the occasion and sort of put out very like marshmallow answers to the media. Of course, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and that's a valid statement. But I think we have enough data to like say that Judge probably is the same way with his teammates that like he is to the media, like very non-assuming. It's like Judge forgets that he's the biggest dude in the room, and that him just being outright or being like outspoken can go a long way. Him sort of standing up to folks that are obviously not giving their all, or even standing up to the front office may go a long way. And that's why us seeing him do it at the start of the season when he was like, I was looking at the offseason like what's going on where the Yankees, it stood out to us so much because we're like, that's not Judge. But it's really like a basic thing that the star player of any said team should be doing. So I see where Welkin is coming from. I think that whole Gleyber argument was trash though. Gleyber getting better at Detroit is on a whole different staff, and like he's just doing a whole different thing. But Judge can like be more outspoken. I think that would be great for the team, whether he's trying to copy Stanton and being blatant about it. But I don't think him being like sort of just marshmallow cake answers. I don't know, but I wouldn't want him to not be captain. I just want him to be a different type of captain, because you said how there's 2 different leaders. If he can be in like the gray area of sort of instilling the fact like, yeah, I'm going to lead by example, but if you're not at least putting forth effort, like there should be some sort of middle ground.
So
Yeah,
what
Judge
about
is
you,
our captain. He's
Jonathan?
not
What do
the-
you think? My bad, Welkin. What you said?
No, I'm just saying, like, there's not even a point discussing, like, should he be captain or not. He's our captain. I mean, imagine the backlash if he just resigns as captain or someone else takes it. So that's what I mean. Like, this whole argument is moot. I'm
I
just
know, but
saying, like,
you brought the argument up.
I'm just saying he's not a great. I'm just saying at the end of the day, he's not a great captain. But I mean, the thing is, you come in way too much defense, and you single me out. It's just like there's a lot of people in chat and including in here that do not think he should be
I know.
captain. You can disagree with my Gleyber thing, but I think that's a point. You might disagree, but just because you don't agree, you just call it a stupid point, and it's just like, I don't know, dude. I think
No,
you're
yeah.
too emotional on that. Like, I
No,
just
you know
don't.
what it is?
You
Here's
can
the
agree
thing,
to
man, Welkin.
disagree
Here's
on
the thing,
something.
man. Let me tell you something. Is that
That's all
I've
you
been
can
hearing
do.
this. Oh, I've been hearing this all the time, especially from you. But I'm saying, make me believe, dude. Show me a reason why.
There's
right?
literally nothing I can do to make
And I
you
get it. I
believe
get
that
it. Your
Judge should be
reasons are your reasons. I'm telling you that your reasons make no sense, though.
to
You know?
yeah. There's a lot of people here that don't agree with that. That's why I'm saying we can agree to disagree on those.
I'll
We
take a
watched
vote,
it.
bro. If you think that Gleyber Torres making 17 errors is Aaron Judge's
But you're
fault,
you're
then
focusing
you gotta
way
get
too
your
much
head
on it.
checked.
If you want me,
But
if
that's
you
the
want me to
example
back,
you gave me, bro. Yo, my man,
that's
bro.
one example.
Please,
I
bro.
just told you he manages like Boone.
He doesn't manage. He's not a manager, bro. What are you talking about? That's not his job. You guys are tripping, bro. You expecting this dude to really save the fucking world, man. He's a baseball player. He's playing with dudes that are millionaires. Yeah, he could talk tough and whatever, but all because you talk tough, that doesn't mean you're gonna get somebody to do their job, bro. You want your manager screaming at you all day and telling you how you're a piece of shit? Or you want your manager helping you and trying to guide you? You know, there's a time and place for everything. That's what I'm saying. All because Aaron Judge ain't out there and you don't see him yelling at players. First of all, we don't know if he does behind the scene or not. I highly doubt it. But that's not always an effective way to be a leader, bro. I'm telling you from experience. I was in the Army. I've had good leaders, bad leaders. I was a leader. And I was a bad leader for a long time until I realized I don't have to yell at people to get them to do. The best way to get somebody to get a job done, right? To accomplish a mission, to provide purpose and motivation to a subordinate is by leading by example and having them admire you and making them want to work for you. You know? That's all I'm saying, Woken. That's all I'm saying. But I look, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel, man. But I highly disagree, brother. I really, really do. But look, if you want to say he's not clutch, bro, he's not clutch, right? There's no debating that. If you want to say that Bryce Harper will make a better captain,
Can we bring up the
Bro,
chat by Des? The
I
errors
agree.
aren't Torres' fault.
It don't matter if the chat. Look, let me tell you, it don't matter if they like. Then that's their opinion.
No,
I'm telling you from.
I just want to
from-
address it. I'm not saying that because they agree with me, therefore my points are better than yours. I'm not like that. I'm just saying that we disagree on some things, and I want to bring up something that the chat says. That's the point of the stream, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. He's,
The point of the stream is if they want to chime in, they could chime in. They could join. That's the whole point. Is an open mic.
All right,
Look,
well,
I respect their opinion,
can I
man.
read it because that's exactly my point with the errors thing. The errors themselves aren't Torres' fault, but he's talking about the lax attitude. You just don't want to address anything, dude.
My guy. Look, I get it. I respect you because that's your opinion. But I'm telling you, man,
you just said it's stupid and it makes no sense. That's not
to me, it's stupid. It makes no sense. If Gleyber Torres made 17 errors, how is that Aaron Judge's fault? Please, can somebody?
I'm just saying his passion and his the lackadaisical thing about he's like literally booing.
Yeah. He's saying that.
You're
He's
laughing
saying
at
that.
but even
Gleyber-
Kelvin is saying the same thing. Like I just think you like to disagree with me for some reason, and I caught you.
No.
I caught you in other streams also saying, "Hey, I agree. I guess in that regard, Judge isn't the greatest of captains, but." And I agree with that. I'm not saying Judge is literally the worst captain in the world. I'm saying he's not the best captain, and I don't think he should be captain.
No,
Can
look,
we agree on that?
Steven,
That you said that? Can we agree
he's
that
not
you said
the-
that in a different stream? You said that.
I said that here. I'm not saying he's the greatest of captains.
And I agree with that. So can we agree on that?
I just told you that Bryce Harper will probably be a better captain, but Bryce Harper ain't on the New York Yankees.
Okay,
So-
that's what I just said. But I'm saying Judge isn't the greatest captain, and you took a lot of offense to that. And I'm just
No.
saying,
You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
He was taking offense.
Kelvin.
This is still, man. He was taking offense because like that one point that you made about Torres's performance on the Yankees.
No, it's not even that. No. Welkin, you see,
Detroit.
this is my thing, bro. You see, now you changing words, but man, I'm like an elephant, bro. I remember shit people say. You said that Judge shouldn't be captain. That Stanton should be captain over Judge. And then I said, well, you can't.
I do. I
And then
think
I said, well, you
Stanton
can't be
holds more than
captain. You
Judge.
can't
I
be
do.
captain when you're hurt half the season. So don't.
Okay, and then I agreed. I thought that was
man.
a funny point that you brought up. But I still think Stanton's attitude is what should be captain, not Judge.
All right, man.
Is
Yassine,
that
what's up,
wrong?
Yassine?
What's up,
Yeah,
man?
Can
you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Why nobody want to show their face now?
Oh, give me one. I could if you want me to.
Yeah, man. So we can find out where you staying at. No, no, hey, Jonathan. Everybody in the chat, man. Today's Jonathan's birthday, man. He's 29 years old, 29 years
Happy
young.
birthday,
So wish him happy
Jonathan.
birthday.
Thank you. I'm a bit older than 29. I remember what it was like to be 29, but thank you.
Yeah, man. Oh, but yeah, Yassine, man. You want to chime in on the whole Aaron Judge debate?
Oh my God.
My bad,
don't
Welcome,
think-
man. Let's be friends again, dude.
I got
ahead.
this.
It's fine. It's just I just think you interrupt me way too much. That's all.
All right,
The floor is yours.
Yassine.
Yeah. I will say that I disagree that Stanton should be captain. He's always injured, man. He's barely on the field, man. And I rather have.
Yeah.
I think Judge is. I believe he should be. Judge should be the captain because he's the face of the franchise of the Yankees, man. People go to Yankee Stadium because of Judge, and they buy his jersey.
It's true.
And
Well,
another thing,
I would say
also,
this. Look, I think if she walking, if you would have said it's because he doesn't come up big in the big moments like he should. I know, and you said that. You said that later. But if you would have started with that, I would have been like, I
Yeah,
can't
but
argue with
I
that.
mean,
You know.
you're like literally, you're like honing in. You're like a homing missile. You're just, I said one thing you disagree with, and then you completely disregard everything else I say. That's the
No,
problem.
yeah, no welcome. But see, we're gonna keep going back and forth. I could tell that you just can't take a L, bro. You know what it is? Is that I asked you to give me a specific reason, and you brought up Gleyber Torres. That's why I'm honing in on that. But it's all right, man. What
Yeah,
about you, Jonathan?
I
You
just
think
said
you
I
think
took the
Aaron
L
Judge
on
should
that.
be the captain, or they need to take the C off his chest? Does Hal need to go rip that patch off his chest? There's no
They're
patch,
not.
but you know what I
They're
mean.
not gonna. They're not
Obviously
going
not.
to take the C off his chest. But there's a lot of things that we don't know that go behind the scenes. Like they're not going to repeat the mistakes of the 1970s where they had players and managers fighting out. They had doing brawls in the dugout. This is baseball is not boxing. In the 70s, baseball was all brawls and dugout fights and people hating each other. That's the one thing they want to get away from. So whatever
That's exactly what I'm
problems
saying
there
to you,
are,
dude.
we will not see them in public. They will be discussed once the game is over, in the locker room. I bet you all this talk that Jasson is being talked about is being discussed in the locker room away from the public cameras.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
don't even.
look,
Like,
I think like Wilkins said, at the end of the day, is a mute point. Like they're not gonna. He's the captain, and he's gonna be the captain until he
yeah,
retires.
no one's gonna. I don't expect people to start doing suplexes on each other. Like, oh, Glaber, you made an error. Here's a freaking face. Here's a hook to the left. You make another one. I'm getting straight in the get a liver shot right there. Like, no, I just think I don't know, just something about Judge. He just does not come off as a captain that I would want to be under. And then you could say I would want to be under him, and that's perfectly fine. I just don't think he's a fiery captain. And when again, like the attitude of Stanton, he, I guarantee you, like I don't think Stanton would appreciate Stroman getting mad at Glaber, but I just the way that Judge handles it's like Teletubby, it's marshmallow behavior.
And
And
look,
you can disagree with that. It is what it is.
here's another problem that's been going on since the end of 2017, and why another reason why the Yankees have not won a World Series is the Yankees
Hold on,
have
hold on. I
not.
gotta pause this.
Hey,
Hey,
yo, what the
yo,
fuck?
Pablo says Judge doesn't get me going.
Oh, pause.
Oh
What
man, pause, bro.
do you mean by that?
Pablo, that
Hey, yo.
Pablo,
What does he
Pablo.
mean by that?
Hey, to each his own, man. I'm not
We don't want to
judging,
know,
brother.
Jonathan.
Well, what I was saying is I also don't think the Yankees have built a strong enough team around Judge, with the exception of when Soto was here, and even when Soto was here, they never fixed the problem of the infield with Gleyber Torres at the deadline. So they haven't really put the right team around Judge since his rookie year, 2017. And that's the reason why they haven't won.
I
Yeah.
agree. I don't think it's at this point. I feel like you can't expect. The thing is, I think Cashman expects Judge at some point is going to hit 500 in the postseason, and he did last year, but everyone else slumped.
Well, this is another thing you have to realize. You cannot win with one player.
And
Even
that's
if you go
thing
4
to
for
think
4 with 4 home runs, and It doesn't matter. One player did not win a baseball game.
Yeah.
I just think they build way too much about long
Since we're
ball.
Yes, I agree with that.
since
I
we're
think the Yankees needed a few more contact bats around Judge. So
Agreed.
if you have your number 9 and your number 1 hitter that has a 380 on base percentage or higher, there's a lot of chance you'll get a Judge a lot of RBI positions. A
I
lot
think
of
the
runners
Judge would
in
have
score
been
yeah,
positions.
What happened?
I fully believe, uh, like to add on, this is I really joke about this, but since we're comparing captains, I really think if Judge was a bachelor in New York City, in the Bronx, he would already have 3 rings. Derek Jeter had Mariah Carey dropping songs about him while winning rings every single October. Judge is just like he's a PR angel. Everything about his image is perfect. He got married. Has been married for a while. I feel like if Judge was ripping and running, we would be we
So if Judge
we would be a
is going to Diddy
dynasty.
parties, if Judge is going to Diddy parties, man, he'd be coming up clutch, right?
So
Something
with
like
all this
that. Something
talk
like
about
that.
I don't know. I
captains,
just
what do you think about Don Mattingly as a player?
As a
Didn't he?
captain,
I
I don't know
wasn't
much
going there.
about Don. Yeah, I
I
don't know much
wasn't
about
going there.
Don.
see, but Don Mattingly played in a different era where it
I
was a
know, but
tougher.
he
These
never
dudes are
won.
tough, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
Don
he's just
Mattingly never won because the Yankees never built a
put it,
team
yeah.
that had pitching. If the
But I will
Yankees,
say this, Jonathan, though, Don Mattingly, he never won, but when he did have the chance to play in the postseason, he showed up. He
I
showed
know,
up, man.
yep.
and that's what Judge needs to do in that one. Last year he did show up in the
Oh,
playoffs.
he showed up
Judge was
big.
the only one that showed up. The only problem is nobody else did.
I hope people don't even. I hope people realize how much he showed up. This was the events leading up to his foul homer. This was the same game that Jazz booted the ball and yawned. Like everyone was already saying the series is over. We're gonna lose. This is the exact same game where Jazz booted the ball. We were down 6-3, yawned. I'm pretty sure that was the game because he made an error in Game 4, so he made back-to-back errors. But when
No,
I saw that,
I think
when
that
I
error
saw
was
that
in the
error, I
last
was like.
game.
No, he made an error in. I'm pretty sure he made an error in Game 3, and then in Game 4 he made another error. But what I'm trying to say is Judge came up huge in that moment, and that's when I thought this is Judge's World Series. This is it, and I was so hopeful for him. And so I'm not totally out on him for being clutch in 26 because clearly he can hit in the postseason now. I think I'm completely over the fact that maybe he won't hit. Nah, I think he can hit if he makes the postseason this year. The issue is what Jonathan was saying. We don't build around Judge, and I was hoping that we'd get a contact bat in the offseason, but instead, who do we get? We get Gerchuk, some dude that
Gertrude.
slugs and hits lefties, and I'm like, I don't even know how to say his name, and I don't even care.
Yeah,
When I saw his profile, I did not want him. Low on base percentage, high slug. I'm like, can we
He kills
please get
left-handers, though. He kills the Yankees. That's the funny thing. If
yeah,
only we were
Cashman
playing the
kills the
Yankees,
lefties.
right?
Cashman kills the
yeah.
Yankees.
You know who I
If
wanted
only the
this off,
Yankees were playing the Yankees.
You know who I wanted this offseason that could have really helped the Yankees was Okamoto. I thought Okamoto was a contact bat
Is
that
he?
would have helped on this team.
I
The
felt he
Yankees
was.
just need more power.
Is
I
he a
think
contact? I thought I heard differently about Akamoto, or was that Murakami that was the power player?
Murakami is a power guy. Okamoto was a contact guy.
Okay, but I guess he was still a variable. We don't know if he would actually hit in the
at
big leagues. I actually thought the person who
the
I
Vino.
wanted to sign was Bichette. I thought
Bish-
Bichette at second base would be a much better alternative to Jazz.
Yeah,
Jazz is
they,
a
I think the Yankees also never wanted to give up the money. The qualifying. This is one reason why the qualifying offer penalties have to go in baseball. a team shouldn't be penalized for improving their team. And I think that's the next CBA is going to be a very big dogfight. One thing I would hope is no more compensation for losing players.
You mean the
No
qualifying
more,
order?
no more losing draft picks for improving your team. If you want to improve your team, you shouldn't be penalized for it.
I agree on that.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
just think we needed I just really think we needed a contact bet, and I'm not gonna blame Judge on just because everything on Judge for not winning. Because honestly, these teams are so bad. Like just from the get go, I don't think this offense is gonna get going. I don't care how many runs we scored last year. A lot of them were against really bad teams, and we
they
scored
were.
like feast or famine is basically our offense. When we win with 17-0, and we make the other team wish they weren't on the mound ever again. But when we lose, we could have Paul Skeens on the bump. We'd still lose. And
You know what?
so,
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, finish your
yeah,
point, man.
yeah, it's just I really wanted Bichette, and I get it. He was expensive. So at first, when I saw the Mets signing of Bichette, it's like that's really expensive. But then I saw Bellinger's contract. I'm like, all right, what are we doing here? So I think Cashman is fully to blame more than Judge. Obviously, I just have, on that topic is just like just because I don't like Judge as captain doesn't mean I blame everything on him. I think the sole blame should be on Cashman and the person who hires him. Oh, keeps him employed rather.
So, if damn, I'm trying to look for the stats. So I had did this research before, right? Here's the thing with the Yankees, man. Last year, 2025, and hopefully not again in 2026, right? The run differential, and I get it was the top offense, but if you look at how we played that, like who we scored most, did the majority of the damage on, there was sub 500 teams, right? Like last year, we were 32-30 against teams over 500. Right, 32-30. That ain't gonna cut it. Even though it's not too bad, when you look at 2024, every year the Yankees made a serious push, especially 2024. We were well above 500 versus teams over 500, meaning that we actually played well versus the better teams. Unlike last year, even though we finished with 94 wins, we didn't play too well versus these good teams. So I agree with you on that, Wilkin, man. The thing is, like, we just gotta hope that, and look, and I get it, man. Hope is not a plan. I think this team is good enough to make it to the playoffs, but we just gotta hope and pray that Cashman drops his nuts and makes some big moves, man. Because we're gonna need it.
I don't see us doing that with the luxury tax being so high this year, especially with Bellinger's $52.5 million this year. Maybe next year, but this year I don't think any big trades are gonna happen. And you just honestly you just have
That's
to hope
why-
that Jazz hits the home run. Jazz has to hit home runs because that's all he's gonna do. Because let's face it, are you really gonna expect Jazz to do 70% swing on his contract year? Tell me what person in his contract year is gonna want to not go for home runs, not go for slug, not try to go as many stolen bases as possible. Even if I bet you Jazz would try to make the third out on trying to steal. And even though that's pretty much the golden rule. And you could say, like, oh, I'm just a hater of Jazz, but Jazz would be a great player for many teams that are lacking slug, that need that 30-30 guy. But the Yankees don't need it, and they needed a contact bat, and unfortunately, this is Jazz's contract year. He's not going to 70% swing. So, yeah, I am hoping for it. I'm optimistic about our farming depth. I like Carlos Lagrange. I know some people they're kind of out on Luis Gil, and I know that's a topic for later, but I do think Luis Gil is good. But our offense is honestly the problem. I know people don't see that, but I do think our offense is why we're lose.
Man, it's
We
a
went
little bit
30
of everything.
Scoring a run. We
The
went
thing is,
30 scoring a run. Never
the
forget,
offense.
we went 30.
Remember this: the offense is good, and the pitching staff is good until we run into some guys who are good, just like us. You know, then for some reason we don't do too well. But I want to get some of these. My bad. Well, let me get some of these chats, man, because they killing in the chat, and then we'll jump to that Luis Gil Ryan Weathers' situation. So Michael Jonas says Judge did lead his high school team to a championship in 2000. Yeah, but maybe that's the thing. Maybe he won too much as an amateur. That now we just got bad luck. What else we got here?
Judge, I'm not even managing. Judge is clutch. That 2025.
Yeah, pitching and defense is key to a winning season. I agree with you, Michael, but this
Our
man,
pitch
like
is good.
my old coach used to say, my old coach used to tell us, he'd never seen nobody win a game that they ain't score at least one run. It's impossible. You gotta score a run, man.
Team USA was the Yankees. Great pitching and zero offense.
I'll say it again. Judge doesn't have the bat around him to help him play at the times. You all say he blows it. Judge is a big bullseye, and he gets the crap pitchers. If he had the batter to help, I agree with you, Roy, but then I disagree because I look at a guy like Barry Bonds, right? Barry Bonds knew that he might get one pitch that whole game. He might just get one pitch, and he waited patiently for that pitch, and he capitalized on that pitch, even though he never won either. But I think if you know that you're not going to get much to hit, and you taking 3-1 fastballs down the middle like he did in a Team USA game, you just can't do that, man.
Yeah, that I think that was my point. It was like I just kept shouting at the screen, "Swing the bat!" Like no one wants their captain to walk in that moment. Just swing the bat.
I think that he almost thought that they weren't going to pitch to him, But you can't be like that, man. Especially when you judge, you need to be a predator on the plate. Like anything in the zone, you need to be looking to freaking annihilate it. You can't be up there timid, looking for walks and stuff. You can't be doing that, man. If you jazz, look for a walk, man. Don't swing at everything.
Yeah, literally even all these other people. Literally, I'm perfectly fine with someone like Bregman taking the walk, or even like Bobby Witt. But Judge.
This is very interesting news that I'm seeing right here.
What happened, Jonathan?
It says Jonathan Loizaga has made the Diamondbacks opening day roster.
Oh, good for him, man.
Good for Johnny.
Good for him.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to.
Here was another guy, Loizaga, who the Yankees missed last year in the pen.
No, he sucked, man. He was trash, bro. I was happy. Look, God forgive me. I'm gonna say I was happy that he got hurt, but I wasn't mad. Let's put it that way. That he got sent down and he wasn't around no more. He was killing me, bro.
I was praying for success. I really liked him, but
I was praying for success. But when I saw that it wasn't coming, and they weren't gonna send him down, when I don't know. I don't wish injury on anybody, but I didn't miss him. I didn't miss him one bit.
I remember the Marlins game where Boone, in that Marlins series, when Boone we were leading, and Boone took Loizaga when we were leading like three runs. I was like, why do you need to test Loizaga here? And he let Loizaga walk the bases loaded and then give up the homer. And I'm like, all right, like, I don't ever want to see Loizaga back in pinstripes.
But I blame that on Boone, not Loizaga, because Boone should know better.
Yeah, but Boone is Booney. Boone will like even Devin Williams. I know a lot of people don't like him, and I obviously don't like him. He's my profile picture in the chat, but all those blown saves, like I feel like once you've walked the bases loaded, maybe it's clear. It should be clear to the bullpen manager. Maybe you don't have it tonight. Maybe you shouldn't pitch to bases loaded, and the guy up is a known slugger. But I just feel like Boone is really stubborn, and he really wants the analytics to show, no, Devin Williams is worth that. And he just kept making...
Yeah, he kept doing it. I feel like the more you say the Yankees are wrong about something, they keep doing it to try to prove themselves right. But let's move on to this topic, man. Luis Gil obviously did not get off to a good start, even though his start yesterday was very good. He looked the best he's looked all spring training. And then on the contrary, Ryan Weathers looked great his first start this spring and has looked like ass ever since. What do you guys? What are your takes on these two? What your predictions on their season, and Have you seen anything that you like, that you dislike about these guys? And I'll start with Jasson, if you're still with us, brother. I forgot
I
about you.
think didn't the Yankees say that Weathers is gonna be in the starting rotation? That's what I heard. Is that
Hmm.
accurate?
Yeah, I believe so. That's what it's
That's what
looking
I
like.
heard.
Hmm.
And I heard that Luis Hill might go to AAA. They might send him back to AAA.
I don't think so, though. I
No,
mean, I
that
tell you
was
what.
that's Twitter rumors, I
I
believe.
tell
That's
you
what
what,
it
though.
was.
He pitched yesterday like a man who was not trying to go to AAA. Right? He didn't hold back yesterday. He was clocking 99, and we haven't seen that from him in a while. What do you think, Yassine, man? What do you think we're gonna get from Brian Weathers? Or are you impressed by him, or do you don't care? Maybe, like, some people say it's just spring training. I agree, it's just spring training, but at this point of spring training, you should be doing a little better than that. So, what do you think,
I would
Yassine?
say that he's ultimately gonna go to the bullpen. It's just like temporary until like Cole comes back. So I see him being like in the
Mm.
starting rotation until like Cole comes back and maybe
You think he's gonna
Rodon.
suck though?
Oh man, I'm hoping he does good, but we don't know. He was with the Marlins before, and he wasn't that good, and he was injured all the time.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. What about Luis Hill? You think Luis
Hill,
Hill's washed? You think that rookie of the year season was just kind of an outlier?
he has potential, but he's always injured too. He's another injury risk too. I would rather have Luis Hill than Ryan Weathers.
Mm. I mean, for the most part, I mean, his rookie season, he wasn't. I mean, he does have a extensive injury history, but I would say this, man, with Luis Hill, his thing is, aside from his rookie season was like the first season he's ever went above like 140, 150
Yeah.
innings. I don't think this dude's built to throw that many innings. Maybe the bullpen is the route for him.
Problem, he
I wouldn't even
walks
be
so many
mad.
batters too. Yeah, sometimes he doesn't even have command.
Late, no, this spring though, he's looked all right. He's gotten that under the control. What do you think, Kelvin, man, about these two?
I really liked what I saw last game. Like Hale passed the eye test. Ryan Weathers for me has passed the eye test only in like two starts, I think so, or maybe just one, because he's been having like meltdowns, getting shelled. Um, but they say on paper, like if you were to pull up his stat cast, that Ryan Weathers is doing all of the right things, just not getting the results. I know for hitters, you shouldn't take spring training too serious, but I still haven't come to be that lackadaisical on pitchers in spring training, because I'm like, if you can't get guys out in spring training, what exactly are you going to do different as soon as the clock strikes game one that's going to start working? But Ace brought up the perfect solution. You have a guy throwing straight 100 on a bad day in AAA for right now. As soon as anyone is falling off, and I mean like anyone, no matter what their name is, unless maybe Freed, just call up him and wait until you use him until Cole comes back and he's fully healthy, and play it like that. I just want the team to be ran based on merit. That's my biggest gripe with the team. Like, keep the hot bats in no matter what. Keep the hot hands in no matter
Mm.
what. And only Judge is probably the only person that shouldn't be sat, regardless of performance.
Agreed.
Even that includes spring training performance. I don't know.
You already know me, man. I'm like, the fact that Trent Grisham is the pro that's blocking two high upside outfield prospects. I try to accept it and just say go Yankees, but it is insane to me that a guy who has shown you for 5+ years of his career that he's like a fourth outfielder, not even a starter. The fact that 1 year just allows him to block two prospects who are literally improving on their flaws, making tweaks, and are one step away from being pro ready it's malpractice, and I'm gonna say it for as long as possible. It sucks because Grisham doesn't deserve all the hate. Like they offered him the qualifying offer, but like I think you were like somebody was saying it, like the Yankee front office tries to outsmart baseball and just take the result, take the option that just makes sense. It's no use in overthinking it. Like they did it with McMahon this spring. Like why do we have him playing short? We bought him to be a vacuum at third. Just let him rock out. You see that he can't hit. You don't want to like make him even more confused now that he's trying to figure out short too. But as you can see, I can go and rant about the front office all day. I'm just trying to get into like accepting like I think Jazz can still do 70% and be 30-30, but if he's trying to do 50-50, then yeah, he's gonna be swinging for the fences. But I think that Weathers and Hale have a route to win a job or lose a job. It's based on them and how they're doing. And spring training doesn't count for me, but maybe it does for others.
Go ahead, man. Now I'm gonna start playing that when one of us goes off too long, you're gonna hear the whistle, man.
Yeah, my bad.
Just now you good, man. I'm messing with you, brother. Go ahead, man. I'm paying attention.
Oh no, I'm done. I was just saying, like, to bring it off full circle. Spring training starts. I'm gonna learn to like not take them too serious. So I think Hale and Weathers have like the first month to win or lose that spot. And as soon as if they're really looking bad, just call up Carlos Lagrange, like Ace said.
Appreciate it, Chef, man. Well, I think that we're gonna find out. Look, I get it. See, I'm on the camp where I'm like, well, it's spring training. Who cares? Who cares? But we like what, 5 days? 5 days away now.
Yeah.
What happened, Jonathan?
I think Lagrange will get an opportunity this year, although he's currently not on the 40-man roster. However, if they need a starting pitcher, the first guy they will call is ERC. I just because he's on the 40-man roster.
Yeah, man, that sucks, right? That really sucks, man. For a guy like Lagrange, I mean, man, he pitched his ass off. He really did. He deserved it. Any other team, he's making the big league roster.
As I said, he needs to be on the 40-man roster before you can call him up to the major leagues.
Yeah, but they could make that happen.
They could.
They could make that happen right now. They could get rid of Cade Winquist, pack his bags and send him back to St. Louis, and all of a sudden you got a spot on the 40-man.
They could do that. They could also put people on the 40-man roster.
Or put somebody on the IL. You could do that, right?
Well, right now,
no,
Gerrit Cole is currently not on the 60-day IL. If you put Gerrit Cole right now on the 60-day IL, you can put his spot. You could put Lagrange on in spot, and that would put him on the roster.
So my thing with that, like, yeah, Jonathan, like, because I've been hearing that a lot. People saying, well, the Yankees can't put him because he's not on the 40-man roster. The Yankees could put him on the 26-man roster right now if they want,
I just told you how, though. They have to make room on the 40 before making room.
No, I know, but there's a bunch of dudes in there that they could just release. That ain't that serious,
Yeah.
If you look at the 40, man, there's a whole bunch of guys that I don't care. I'd get rid of them if they really wanted it.
Get rid of Vito, get rid of Winquist, get rid of.
Do you think? All right, like seriously, guys, right? And we'll go around, and I'll start with me, and then we'll go to Kelvin, Welkin, and John. Do you think Carlos Lagrange is going to be in the major leagues sometime this season? I think so. He better, man, in my opinion.
Yes.
Especially if he dominates down there. What about you, Kelvin?
Yeah.
You think he will? Welkin?
Yeah, because I have a feeling either Weathers or Yarbrough is gonna stink it up. Either one of them.
I don't like Yarborough. I'm gonna be honest, guys. What about you, Jonathan?
Yes, he definitely will make his major league debut this year. You can never have enough pitching.
And if he doesn't, though, oh man, the uproar.
If he doesn't, then the Yankees need to be bought out by
If
a
he doesn't,
major.
the fans will riot. People will buy chicken buckets, and Hal will still make money, and
Yeah,
we'll
that's
still
that's what
watch him.
frustrates.
If
You know what it
if
is? I could see the Yankees doing this, right? Ryan Yarborough goes down, or somebody goes down, got to go on the IL for a little bit, and they just pull some random freaking reliever who's
Oh
sitting in
yeah,
his house, some free agent reliever somewhere, and they bring
Chivili,
him in.
the guy we signed from
Chivilli,
the
yeah,
Rockies, Chivili.
that's another
That
guy.
guy.
Like that's guys holding us. I could see Cashman doing something like that, and then
but
blocking him again.
the other thing to remember is Cole is returning. So when you have Cole returning, you're gonna have to make room for him on the 26-man roster.
Yeah. But what else, guys? Man, how you guys feeling about this team? Um,
Oh, I'd like to
let
add
me know.
on Luis Heel though, if
Go
that's all
ahead.
right.
Go ahead.
I actually don't know where the premise for Luis Hill doing bad this spring came from because he only had one bad game. That was against the Tigers. Like if you actually check his game logs,
Hmm.
like everything, like he had like a 3 ERA, and before the Tiger series, his ERA was 2.3, and he only had what I believe 3 walks and 15 strikeouts. I don't know how that can be conscribed as Luis Hill is struggling in spring with a 3 ERA and that many walks and that many strikeouts. So I just think Luis Hill is going to be fine. Maybe not rookie of the year, but as a fourth or fifth starter, like, are we serious? He could be the ace of so many teams with what he is right now. I think he'll be fine.
Well,
Whether
remember,
There's a few.
Yankees are always under a microscope, and when one guy pitched great throughout spring training and then struggled with his last outing, everyone will remember the last
yeah,
outing and not what he
I
did.
agree on that, but like people were saying, "Oh, he hasn't been doing good this spring." It's like I'd rather them just say his
Well, those
last outing
people
was
don't
good.
know what they're talking about.
I agree.
I
I
haven't. I'm gonna be honest. Since the WBC, I haven't been paying too much attention
that's
to
the thing. That
to the
might be it.
camp.
Actually, that might be it.
From what I've heard, right, and what I've been watching, people that the the pitching nerds, right, have been saying that the stuff is not there. That the stuff that's the analytical game, right? Like the
Yeah, that
fastball it ain't rising as much as it used to. Like the stuff is just not what it used to be. And like the expected batting average against him
oh my
is
god.
high, and all the
Yeah,
all the
the
nerd
nerd
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
And you know what's
So
funny? Those same people are still hyping up Weathers. Those same people that told me the expected ERA of Luis Heel of last year was actually 5. They're like, don't be excited for it. It's just like, okay, but how many innings did? If Luis Heel is just that lucky that his career ERA is 3.5, wouldn't you rather have a lucky pitcher than Weathers, who everyone is hyping up, or the nerds are hyping up Weathers because they say his
mhm.
stuff is really nasty. It's like
so
yeah, it's nasty. It's making me want to
well,
throw up. His fastball is flat. They're like, oh, but if they fix his fastball, he's gonna be absolutely nasty. And I'm like, all right, can I see it fixed? It's 5 days away from regular season. Yeah, they just Matt Blake is gonna snap his fingers and his fastball isn't flat anymore. Like I just don't understand the obsession with the people. I know people have been saying expected batting average, expected ERA, and I'm like, I just think Luis Heel is fine for a fourth or fifth starter. Like, yeah, I'm not like super excited about him, but like I think he's cool. But Weathers on
let
the
me
other
ask you
hand,
this.
I
Hey,
don't understand.
Welkin, I already know your answer. You want him in your rotation in the ALCS. You
Um,
trust him enough.
Last year, see, that's the thing. I can admit I'm wrong. Last year, I said Cam Schlittler was not looking good because he got destroyed by the Blue Jays. But
Yeah,
I think,
I said the same thing too, and I was
yeah,
wrong.
I thought Luis Heel should have been it. But right now, over Max Fried, Fried, Or Freed, I honestly don't know. I would have to see more because anything can
He's a
happen.
Max Fry.
Yeah, anything can happen. I can't. I'm not gonna be that type of person. Be like, I'm gonna predict that Luis Gil is gonna look good this entire season. We'll get there when it comes, but if it started right now, I don't know. I think Luis Gil is perfectly fine as a fourth or fifth.
Granhe is a closer. That's
What do you guys think about this comment, man? We start with Yassine, man. 'Cause he's been quiet over there. You agree with
um,
cruise control?
Mm, I don't know about closer. He doesn't have major league experience.
I think he means
well,
like in the future he's gonna be a close.
Oh, in the future. Oh,
I think for right now, bro. If see, my thing is, look, all bullpen arms to me are failed starters, right?
Agreed.
He hasn't failed as a starter. Let's try to keep him if we can. Just try to keep him as a starter.
yeah.
But obviously that's gonna be hard. So we got to put him in the bullpen, and we do it. Speaking of closers, and I so it's too. You could chime in on Lagrange, and chime in on Bednar. Do you guys trust David Bednar? Jonathan, you trust him?
I think I trust Bednar out of every option we have. Yes, Bednar is
What
the
about you,
best choice.
Kelvin? He gives me a heart attack. Man, we're gonna call him cardiac Bednar, like cardiac Clay, because every time he pitches, he gets out of it.
Yeah.
I give him that. He gets out of it. But my goodness, man, I'm shitting my pants, man.
Well,
Watching him.
Jason, we were very spoiled with Mo. Mo we
Yeah,
had for
I agree
19
on that. We were
years.
spoiled. We think a closer has to have 0 ERA now.
Yeah, now you're right though. But it seems like a lot of times though. But every time you pitch, bro, you can't walk two, and then walk the bases loaded, and then get out of a jam.
I
My
mean,
goodness, because it's gonna
you
blow
can
up on you.
You can if you don't get punished.
No, you're right. It's like you said. Would you rather have a lucky pitcher, even though the stuff ain't there, but he's lucky and gets out of it?
Yeah, like
But that's the same thing with like Ben Rice. They say Ben Rice is the unluckiest hitter in the majors. Would you rather
that's
have? Go ahead.
for Ben Rice. I actually do believe that's where they're at. I don't know if it's on purpose, but they're misleading with the expected batting average because we know his stats against breaking balls. Like he can't hit breaking balls or lefties. So when they say his
Yeah.
expected batting average is bad or it should be way better, that's because for some reason in the first half of the season they were throwing Ben Rice a lot of fastballs and he was crushing them. And yeah, they
Yep.
were falling into gloves, but I don't know if you've noticed in the second half of Ben Rice, people were throwing him lots of breaking balls, including a Savage. That's
Yeah,
obviously postseason, but
because they found the hole in his swing. They
yeah,
found the hole.
they
Yeah.
found the hole, and that's what I mean by expected batting average and all that. It's like especially for batting, I don't trust expected batting averages because if someone if he hits 200, I think Ben Rice even has like a .150 against splitters specifically. At that point, it's just like all right, that's just people pitching too many fastballs to Ben Rice.
Yeah.
But like for Bednar, like I don't really know if you remembered that gauntlet we had against the Astros, the Red Sox, and the Tigers. Bednar
And the
walked
Blue
the
Jays. The Blue Jays were in there too.
yeah, and he walked the bases loaded against the Astros, and guess what? He got out of it. I just remember I saw that clip. I saw a clip of that happening, and then it reminded me of the WBC, and I'm just like, I think Bednar is just that dude. He loves having people on bases and getting out of it with 1 out, 0 outs. And sometimes it won't always work that
And
way,
also
but
Bednar,
oh, sorry. It was just like Jonathan said. I think we're just spoiled.
hopefully, yeah, Bednar hopefully broke his curse in the Miami Marlins like stadium because like the first game that he played for us where all of the new trade people just mess it up. He went on record saying that for some reason he just doesn't play good in that stadium. And when it came, oh wow, when it came to the World Baseball Classic, he got into and out of like a
Oh,
couple of jams in that stadium. But
you're right. I
I
totally forgot about that.
Bednar just yeah. Bednar, I just don't have any I don't have too many negative memories of him going out there and closing stuff out for us. I don't think Bednar is a part of the problem. I think he's a step closer to the solution. And think about it, he's like a high character guy who's had to have that like hero's journey of doing really really bad, got sent down, and had to work himself back up to get into where he can actually stay in the majors. So it's always good to have a guy like that in the bullpen and closing stuff out because he knows what it's like to be bad. So just don't be bad for us.
Yeah.
I mean, and speaking of, somebody brought up Trey Savage. Obviously, he's on the IL. Yeah, I just want to quickly touch on that, man, because he got a shoulder impingement, and the way he throws, man, is not good for his shoulder. He throws super overhand. He literally throws like this, like his
He
delivery.
was made for Ben Rice.
Yeah,
That's what
he was made for shoulder impingements, and
and that too, yeah. But
yeah.
oh man, I mean, yeah. When I heard that news that Savage on the IL, look, I don't pray for any injuries, but I mean, it's looking better for the Yankees already. I'll just tell you that.
My thing too, man, with shoulder injuries, man, they linger for a while. So look, we'll see. I still think the Blue Jays are gonna be good. Sorry, go ahead, Jonathan. Let me cut you off.
Yankees need to have a good start of the season to take advantage of the injuries on other teams. But the AL East will be a dog fight. There are no clear winners. Everybody is going to be tough.
Yep. What else, man? What else is in? Go ahead.
Yeah. So to build off of what Jonathan just said, I fully believe that if the Yankees dominate the AL East, they should be on path to win number 28. Because what you just put out is perfectly sound. There's not one clear winner in the AL. So if they can not even dominate, but just look competent against all of our rivals like the Sox, Orioles, the Jays. Of course, the Tampa Bay Rays are going to be trash, but I fully believe that if the Yanks kill it, they can go on to win it all because it's going to be nothing but competitive games on their schedule, getting them ready for October.
Yeah.
I slightly disagree on that just because I think postseason ball is a little bit different than regular season. But I mean, yeah, if you do well against the regular season against the stacked AL, it's probably good news. But the thing is, I just think the pitchers know how to pitch to the Yankees. Our current lineup in the postseason, they just don't throw anything in the zone, and we swing and miss. And I just don't know if that translates just because you won the regular season. It's the same thing.
You know the team that I feel like a lot of people are underestimating? The Boston Red Sox, man.
Oh, I think they're actually gonna be number 2.
Yeah, after
Really?
watching Abreu, Roman Anthony, they got a good young squad.
Yeah.
You know, they got Ranger Suarez. They got a decent staff. I think they're underrated. They're definitely underrated.
Okay.
If we don't get
I
the
think-
bye, I think we get knocked out immediately. I think Crochet and Ranger Suarez is enough to just win 2 in a row and we're gone. We need the bye.
Is Ranger is a righty or a lefty?
A lefty. No, yeah, he's lefty. He's like
okay.
but man, even he didn't pitch well during the WBC, but he's notorious for coming up clutch. And he reminds me of Nestor kind of. He don't throw very hard, but man, he hits the spots.
Oh, yeah. Oh man.
He's good, man. He's a veteran pitcher. He was a good pickup, right? He's definitely a good pickup.
Yeah, he does not like throwing. That's the problem with Suarez. I actually underestimated the signing with Suarez. I didn't check out his pitch selection. He likes to snipe those corners. He likes to paint. And what's the one thing the Yankees like doing? Staring at balls until they get that one pitch that they want. But you can't do that.
Hey, yo, pause. Go ahead, man. I just play.
But
Real quick, man. This is for Kevin, man. This is for Kevin.
Yankees lose.
What's up, Kevin, man? We appreciate the Dodger fans and all kinds of fans coming on the Yankee chat. We like it. But go ahead, man, Wilkin. And Yassine, man, don't be afraid to talk.
Yeah, I was
Who
just
do you
saying
think?
that like the what do you call? I just think Suarez. I think people underestimate the lineup that they have with Garrett Crochet, Suarez, Peyton Tolle. If anyone's catching up on the
Yeah,
Red
he's
Sox.
nice. He's nice.
Earl,
He's
oh my
nice.
gosh, Earl! I completely forgot about Early. Oh man, I'm already
Oh
a
yeah,
little.
Yeah, he's
Connolly early, dude.
yeah,
He
kind of
even
early.
the other day versus in spring training. I got his spring training, but he did the same thing in the wild card game. He was making Ben Rice look silly.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
Making him look
early and
silly.
early and you savage. That's what I mean by like. I think people need to tone down their expectations for Ben Rice. I hear people saying this is his 30 homer year. I think people are realizing how to pitch to Ben Rice, and it's not going. It's not good. Ben Rice hasn't improved against lefties at all this offseason from the results. I know it's spring training, but you'd like to see some improvement. Like Dominguez made some, not some. He made massive improvements, hitting lefties as a righty. So, I just think people are underestimating just the pitching depth that the Red Sox have. Early being their number 3, Peyton Tolle being a sleeper number 4 or 5, I think is going to give us problems. And then, like you said,
Bayo
with
too.
Abreu and Roman Anthony, I just don't see us.
And they
I
have
don't see
great
us beating
too.
them in a long series, or even in a short series. Honestly,
Yeah, man. See, kind of Mark Gates kind of jumping back to Dominguez. That's what I was saying, man. Look, he went 3 for 3 versus Framville. I get it's just spring training, but that's what I was saying. Like he's gonna play every day down there, but he's gonna dominate. I feel like
Yeah.
even him facing major league pitching 3 times a week is better than playing every day versus some AAA guys. A lot of them. Yeah, some of them are big league ready, but they're not big league pitchers.
yeah, they're not sitting a $22 million player, even though he
Yeah,
should be
yeah.
the one. He should be the one that's
The only
placed
way
200.
The only way Dominguez will get an opportunity this year in the majors if there's an injury in the outfield.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I probably should get going. I'm getting a bit tired.
Do you,
Thank you
do
for
you think
having
if Stanton
Happy
gets
birthday,
hurt,
by the way.
who do
Yeah,
you
happy
think they're
birthday,
gonna play?
Happy
Jonathan.
birthday.
Thank you. And maybe we can do a trivia game before the season starts.
Man, we'll see, man. I'm working on stuff behind the scenes. That's why.
Although it's some trivia, maybe you want me to not participate because I win too much.
No, I'm gonna make a trivia. We're gonna do a trivia, but it's not gonna be about Yankees or anything, because then Jonathan, he's too good. We're gonna make it about a completely different sport. It's gonna be about soccer. No,
I'm too good with Yankee
Oh gosh,
baseball.
soccer. Oh,
no, I'm just joking, man.
Anyway, thank
Now,
you
Jonathan,
again.
you're banned. You're banned from playing. All right, Jonathan. Happy birthday. Have a good one.
Thank
Have a
you.
Take
good
care.
one, man.
Bye.
So I have a question.
Yeah. What's that?
So if Stanton gets hurt, who they're gonna play, Jones or Dominguez?
I don't know. Who do you think, Yassine?
I think they're gonna call
I'll
up.
tell you who I think they'll play, or who they should play. It's
I
two
think they're
different
gonna.
answers,
I think they're gonna play Jones over Dominguez. I think.
You think they are?
I think they might do that. They don't trust Dominguez.
They don't. But here's the thing, Yassine. If that's the case, then let's trade him.
I
Let's trade him,
agree.
dude. Let's
I thought
trade
he
him.
got-
Let's get something for him. I like the dude and everything, but good riddance. I'm sure he'll be happy too. If he I'm telling you right now, I would say if he's on 27, there's 29 other major league teams, right? 27 of them, he'd be a starting outfielder.
He'll be an outfielder for the Pirates.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I still think for DH, I think Dominguez would get sent up because specifically, didn't Jones get sent down first before Dominguez? I know that doesn't really
Yeah.
matter too much, but I just think, I just feel like they don't trust Jones at all, and they have their reasons, and I agree that the strikeout rate's too much, but I think Dominguez has proved it completely with his bat. There's nothing left to prove with his bat at this point.
hold on, yo. We got Fuqua.
Nah.
Fuqua's in the building. Hold on, I gotta play his theme. Thank you for putting the troll on my head, Fuqua. Go ahead, man. Finish your thought. My bad.
Oh no, I just think there's nothing left to prove on his. Like they just don't like Dominguez because of his defense, and that's it. But so if Stanton goes down, the DH spot is literally like I actually just considered. I don't consider Dominguez an outfielder in my opinion. Like I just think he's a DH, and that's not a bad thing. I just, you know.
What's sad is that they're probably gonna like if Stanton gets hurt for a long time, it's not even gonna be like J Dom is DH every day. It's gonna be platoon J Dom DH, which is even
Oh,
sadder. Like it's gonna be Goldie versus lefties and J Dom versus righties. But or they might even go a step further and have it to where J Dom stays in AAA and it's just Goldie stepping up as
DH.
the DH. But again, it's about like the process for me. I don't mind players like Goldschmidt, Belly, Stanton, Judge blocking spots on the rosters for prospects, but the Yankee way or the process or the thinking behind having one guy who's unproven essentially, who had a year that everybody and a mom can tell was just came out of nowhere. That one guy blocking two guys who were one step away from being viable in the pros. It's a horrible way to go about business. And if Hal was whining about money, you would have took a major payroll cut and probably got the same exact numbers in terms of like stats between a combination of Jones and J Dom. They were whining about money, 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 and you throw 22 mil at Grisham when Jones and J Dom are still on like prospect contracts, and all of them, like I said, are not horrible. Jones is just, we need you to make contact. J Dom is just hit from the right side and don't look crazy out there. Just be average. You could have got that from them.
Yeah, man. I think it's unfortunate, man. Hopefully we see him sooner than later. I feel like it's gonna be like the end of April, May, and we're gonna hear reports. Jasson Dominguez is hitting 350 down there from the left side and the right side, and I don't know, man. I
honestly,
think the
I have
Yankees
I have
are
a
too
bad feeling about
stubborn.
like he might actually not hit that well in spring, just because again they might use that as an excuse. Oh look, he's hitting 240 or 230 down there in spring. We got to get him more reps down there. Like that's a possibility. Not everyone just automatically mashes spring after getting sent down there in Scranton, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny because I've come a long way in my opinion on Dominguez. Like I really, really disliked him. Anytime he played the left field, I got a heart attack. Anytime a fly ball came near him, but at this point, like Grisham, really in center field, like they couldn't have
You know,
done.
honestly, man, the more everybody doubts Grisham, the more I feel like he
I
might
feel
do
bad.
good, bro.
He's
He
my
might shut everybody up.
yeah.
I
No,
hope
that's
he does. You know what? I hope Grisham does, obviously because it's good for the Yankees, but I hope he does because I want to go around. I'm gonna be holding receipt. I want to go around to everybody, including myself, and just be like,
yeah.
apologies
I'd like
are in
to.
order.
I mean, he was my favorite. He was my favorite player of last year. Honestly, without Grisham, we don't make the postseason. I can probably count on both hands how many like clutch homers he's had for us. Again, that's the famous one that I remember that I knew I was all in on Grisham was that Atlanta Braves game when we were losing
The
5-0,
Grand Slam, yeah.
and then he hit that grand slam. I'm like, look, without Grisham, we actually don't make the like. Bellinger is a good player, but Bellinger did not have anywhere near as many clutch hits as Grisham has had. So while
But
I
Bellinger has some super clutch defensive plays though.
oh yeah, but I mean, if we're being honest, like
Go see the
his
Mets
plays
series.
his plays versus Grisham's offense, which gets us to the postseason, I believe Grisham got us there, with his offense alone, and his defense wasn't that bad.
I think that yeah, I agree with you, but I think that Bellinger had one play. Jasson was about to bring it up versus the Mets. He had one play versus the Mets that I think it literally turned the tables on the season because the
Yeah, that
Yankees
was
sucked. Like
yeah,
it
that
was
was
the
a
June
vibe.
swoon that ended the June swoon. That one play literally ended the
Yeah,
June
that's a
swoon.
vibe. But in that regard, then I feel like the vibe using that as a a turnaround, because then a lot of people are using the Oswaldo Cabrera injury as the reason why we went down, and
Yeah,
they might be
true.
true, but if I'm just going by objectivity, I just think that Grisham was literally the reason we made the postseason. Like, we would have lost so many games, and then we would have been the wild card. Who knows? The Astros might have smelt blood, and they would have taken the wild card from us. The Astros were playing horrible ball. They were losing to the Athletics and all that, and the Angels of all teams. So I just feel like I want to be wrong about Grisham this year, because now I'm kind of out on Grisham because of not just spring training. Again, the whole Bellinger contract rubbed me off the entirely. Like, with the $52.5 million contract, I'm just like, what are we doing here with the money? What if Hal loves money so much? Why doesn't he fire Cashman? He can't construct a team with $300 million. There's a lot of GMs that can construct a team with $200 million. They form a much balanced team. So if Hal loves money, why is Cashman still employed? And I think it's because he doesn't have the guts to fire him. I think it's gonna look bad if he gets rid of a GM that got you to the postseason this many times. But I just don't think Cashman is smart. But
I
in
don't, I
a
don't
lot
think
of
I don't think it's gonna look bad. I don't think anybody would bat an eye if he came out tomorrow. I mean, they're gonna obviously because he's been the GM for so long, but I don't think that anybody would disagree with Hal
Really?
if he got rid of him.
There's a lot of
I
people
mean,
saying you get rid
there
of
might
him.
be a few, but I think the overwhelming majority will be like,
Oh yeah,
okay. No, I'm saying that if they get rid of him, I think the overwhelming majority will be like, yeah, like it was due. He hasn't won in a while.
agreed.
Um,
But
yeah,
that's why I'm
even the
confused.
Cashman supporters are turning on him. You can only like they haven't won in 16 years, and you've had top 3 payrolls in every single season. You know, top 3
Yeah,
payrolls.
And they made it once. And they made
they
it
made
once.
I just that's
Yeah,
the toughing part. They made the World Series once, and that's a thing that I want to defend Hal, because it's like, is he really the reason? But again, ultimately, who keeps him employed? Who keeps Cashman employed? At some point, you got to say, if you love money so much, get someone who can spend money better. Like, I wouldn't even be mad if. Actually, that would be an interesting question. If Hal said he's going to get rid of Cashman, but they're going to lower the payroll to 250, I wonder how many people would agree with that. I
I
personally
mean,
would be fine with that. I would be fine with it. I don't think the number matters, because clearly it didn't matter for the Mets, because Stearns is really dumb. But I
And
think
like,
we'll see.
Cashman is in that same regard. I don't think he knows how to spend 300, and I would rather hire another GM to spend a lower payroll. But
yeah,
Bro, if Cashman only had 250 mil,
we
bro,
wouldn't make the
we wouldn't
Not
make the
even close.
postseason. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't actually agree with the supporters that were saying it's weird to fire a GM that got us there so many times, because you're still a loser. At the end of the day, you make the World Series once. That's pathetic.
also like the Yankees are graded on a different rubric. Like making the postseason is almost like a given. That's why Boone is such a mediocre manager to the fan base, because it's like we're not going to applaud you for getting to October. It's about winning in October, and then Boone is never like pushing buttons that wins us games. He's pushing buttons that
oh,
loses
he,
us
oh yeah, he
games,
pushes
and
buttons all right. The Nestor Cortez
yeah,
button. Like,
I don't
I
even
felt like that World Series, that should have been his. That should have just been it. Like, why did we
yeah.
extend his contract? To me, that already proved everything I needed to know. But I want to be optimistic. I'm still going to root for the Yankees. But I mean,
And
if that's just the fate of
now
the
that I'm
Yankees
thinking about it,
making the
post
postseason,
post post 2009, Wilkin, Cashman's batting average on free agents is terrible, right? Because you have Jacoby from the Sox. Like, what made you
Kobe
go out
Ellsbury.
there?
Oh my God! Don't bring that name
What
up.
what
oh no,
Don't bring that
what
name up, bro.
what
We
in
don't
the
talk
world
about
made
Bruno.
you
We don't talk.
go? What in the world made you get a dude from Boston who obviously had bad intentions? So that's one. You had Hicks. That was a
oh my
like
God.
another L.
That Jacoby
Stroman,
Ellsbury was another Anthony Rendon.
And you
Todd
cannot
Romano.
give Cashman credit for
Gallo.
Judge either.
Carl
Why
Pavano.
not?
Yeah.
The whole Judge situation, like how Cashman was actually willing to let Judge walk.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah, yeah,
was,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's why I said you can't
Yeah.
even give Cashman credit. There's almost nothing he did except Cole.
You
That's
can't
the
give him
only
credit for Soto either. Soto was
Yeah, not
Hal.
even.
He didn't want to
That
trade
was
Soto because
Hal.
he didn't want to give up Michael King, and then Hal just kind of was like,
Yeah,
man, just fucking
that's what
do
I'm
it.
saying. I don't want to blame
Uh,
Hal too much. The only thing I can blame Hal on is that he keeps that bum Cashman employed. That's the only thing. I don't understand why so many fans are like Hal needs to spend more money. It's like it's not the number. Stearns has so much more money to spend, but he's also dumb. Honestly, it might be something in the New York water that's making all of our GMs think this way, that more money equals better. But you
I
just
tell
need to
you
build
what, man.
man.
If Grisham has a down year, if Bellinger has a down year, oh my goodness, man. How
You
is
mean
if I'm
when?
Hal,
You
how,
mean when?
if I'm Hal, how are you not walking in the stadium and just flipping
When?
tables all the way
Yeah.
through the front office? You know,
Because he's wasting
Like-
so much money. Like, I actually want to feel bad for Hal. He's wasting so much money every year to make the World Series one time. It's
Why?
you should just straight up fire.
you say you
my
forgot,
whole question-
Judge. This was a bad one too. That was a bad
What?
one.
Remember
The Josh
when
Donaldson
Cashman-
trade.
Ooh.
That was a
remember when
really bad
Cashman
one.
traded for Montas and Gallo?
Oh my god.
That was
What's
a
up, Hyde?
trade.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn. So
Oh yeah,
his-
you know, and you
his-
see,
his-
you know, so here's the thing with just a little context with the Montas thing, right? Because that year, this was 2022. Was it 22 or
No,
23?
21.
It was 22.
21.
Was it 21? Anyway,
I think it was
Luis
21.
Castillo was he was with the Reds, right? They were trading him. The Yankees were in on him. Luis Castillo this was when he was dominant, one of the top pitchers in the league, top 5 for sure. And the Yankees refused to trade Anthony Volpe. They would not
And
trade Anthony
everyone
Volpe
at
or
Peraza,
Oswald
too.
Peraza. Yeah, or Peraza. They would not trade them.
Oh my
They were like,
god.
that's the future of the Yankees. And let me tell you something, and I'm gonna put a lot of people and some people, you know who you are out there. And there's a good majority of the fan base that was like, no way you trade Anthony Volpe for this dude.
Oh, a lot.
For
I feel
Rentu.
like
No,
too many people.
no way
man.
you trade Peraza for Rentu because they are the future. Well, Kelvin, I'm telling you right now, and I wish I had receipts because I'll be calling everybody the fuck out. So many people were saying that. And I was like, look, man, I get it. He's a Rentu, but he pushes us over the hump. We ended up not getting him. He went to the Mariners. So instead, we went and got Frankie Montas with a hurt shoulder and all.
You know what's
Isn't
crazy? The Yankees
Castillo-
could have traded for Montas when Glaber hit 39 home runs that year too for Luis Castillo.
My best say that again.
so
I was reading.
to be clear, Castillo is the closer, right, for the
No, the
Mariners,
starting
right?
pitcher
The starting pitcher. Okay.
for the Marlins. No, Mariners.
Okay.
Oh, you talking about
I think
Castillo? Yeah.
Same team. They don't.
he's
get
a guy
together.
with the locks, right?
Yeah, with the Braves. Yep. The Dominican
Okay,
dude.
I know him.
You sure? You
Wow.
sure it was 2021 and not 2022?
I think it was
Anthony
2021. I think or 20. It was
Didn't
the year that- I think
Volpe
it was
stop
20
us
they
from
got
getting
Gallo in
like
21.
Trey Turner?
22.
Was
They
that
didn't make the playoffs. No. Or was
Why is it
20?
coming out like that? I
I'll
gotta
check
fix
it.
that. Anyway.
I hope Peraza. Right?
Didn't Volpe stop us from getting like Trey Turner or something like that, or just like no? I think it was Corey Seager,
It's
like a
Seager.
proven
Seager.
shortstop.
Yeah. Was it
Seager.
Seager? Yeah.
It was Seager. We didn't want Seager because we had Volpe, guys. That was the thing.
Yeah,
And
there's a lot of moves like
Of
that.
course, I don't have receipts on that, but I mean, I'll admit when I'm wrong. Like for Trent Grisham, I thought he was gonna be.
It was
I thought he was gonna hit in the
2022.
post- I thought he was gonna hit in the postseason. He didn't, and I was really sad that he didn't. But
Oh,
I
in
will tell you,
2024?
which one?
Oh, you talking about last year? Last year.
Last year, I thought I was all
Oh,
in
that
on him.
dude.
I was like, screw Dominguez. I want Trent Grisham signed again. But then after that postseason performance, I'm like, nope. So I was
I
wrong.
know,
about
But
that.
You know, I was
we
with you,
have learned-
Wilkin. But my thing is that after like the first series, my whole thing is like, okay, right? I get it because we all expected him to do better. But after like game 8 or whatever it was, after a few games, you gotta take him out, man. At least take him out the leadoff. This dude was batting like 90, dude.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
what gets
I
me
was
mad.
already, I
Oh,
was
with
already out on him.
Volpe, man, I got the. He literally was like freaking. He literally was like 0 for 20 with like 19 strikeouts. Man, who does that? Something crazy like that? And they took him out the last at bat. I don't know, man. It's
You know
a
what's crazy?
sometimes.
Volpe has a higher batting average than Jazz. I'll just say that. Than during that
Yeah,
2025.
you hate it. Come on, bro.
Well, hold on. Let's get that straight. You were hating on Volpe. I'm just returning the favor. Both of them sucked. Both of them were horrible.
Jazz's hate for Jazz. I see where fans are coming from with it though, because he goes out of his way to make crazy tweets, and
This
then
is
he
his
doesn't back it
October
up.
I don't even
numbers.
care about the tweets. Just don't make errors and then
Oh,
yawn on the field.
yeah. Yawning on the field is crazy. Yeah, I
Like
can't
after
even
making
try to.
errors. If he wants to yawn after hitting 40 homers, by all means, I'm totally fine. If he wants to do a Kamehameha on the field after going 10 for 20, go ahead. But the thing is, he
See,
doesn't.
Jazz did way better. Well, not that much better, but at least he didn't strike out as
Nah,
much.
man.
He didn't
Let me
strike out as
see.
much.
Wait,
Only
Volpe did
4
not hit.
hits.
Volpe did not hit 130 last year in the
Volpe,
post.
yeah, in the
I'm
postseason,
looking
in
up on
October.
There's no way. He hit
One
like
home run.
maybe in October, but like remember there were some games in the Red Sox series he was
He had
hitting.
one good Red Sox game, and then after that, it was downhill fast.
No, but he wasn't hitting 130.
He hit the
for
home run
all-
in game one. In game one, he hit the home run.
No, check.
Okay.
Go on MLB.com. He hit 192 for the postseason. It's not
For the
counting.
postseason.
It's not counting September.
Oh yeah, I
You're
see
looking
it.
at October. He hit 192.
So the postseason started in September. That's what you're
It
saying?
did, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, if you look at MLB.com,
Well, I
his
tell you what,
postseason
man,
stats are
this ain't
similar.
good either, man.
At all.
Which one?
And we like the most. I think the biggest takeaway from this postseason is that contact plays, no matter if it's the middle of October or the middle of June. That's my whole logic with like Jadon being down. It being starting off in the AAA. It's so stupid. We have a ton of home run hitters who strike out a ton. J-Dom and Belly are some of the few ones, and Cabby are some of the few ones that actually have an approach when they come to the plate. I get Jones staying down because it's like we don't need another home run or strikeout, but J-Dom should definitely be up getting just getting run, man, because he can hit for contact and hit for power if he's on. Like imagine J-Dom leading off, Belly right there, Judge right there. Pitchers are gonna have a whole entire like just a big issue if J-Dom gets on because they're sweating while they're giving fastballs to both Belly and Judge. No pitcher is worried about Grisham stealing or just even worried about him in general. It's Trent Grisham. Like, unless Grisham does what he did last year, this is going to be another Cashman
He's
blunder.
not. He won't. But yeah,
Exactly.
I'm just sharing my screen because like
You
like
could barely see it, man. But
all right,
yes,
like,
Try
he
to
hit
zoom in.
192.
Yeah,
What I'm
try to
trying to
zoom
say,
in.
he didn't hit 130 is what I'm trying to say. Because he
Okay.
was actually doing well in the Red Sox series.
I mean,
So he
bro,
hit 190. He did nothing in the Blue Jays. He did
this was
nothing in the
literally
Blue Jays.
this was literally one game more. He had
What?
one good game in the wild card.
No, but that's
One.
not my point. Is Jazz and Volpe hit basically the same numbers.
Yeah.
You were saying that Volpe hit 130. He didn't. What I'm trying to say
No,
is
no.
Volpe-
Yeah, no, I get you, but Volpe struck out 15 times and
No, I know that. So what we can
and what? How
Yeah,
many
yeah.
at bats is there? I don't know. He struck out 16
16
times in 26 at bats.
yeah.
That's,
So he did bad.
That's
He did bad in
crazy,
the
man.
Yeah, he did bad in the Blue Jays series. I'm not defending Volpe. What I'm trying to say is both of them did bad, and I think, to just say I'm a hater of Jazz, like no, both of them were horrible. So that I'm just trying to say, like
No,
to say
man,
that
everybody was horrible, man. With everybody
Yeah.
not named Judge was terrible.
Yeah.
McMahon was good. Wells was good. I
Yeah,
think
they were decent, but they weren't spectacular. Like
without Wells, we don't make
Yeah.
the wild card. I guarantee you that.
yeah, because he had that big hit, and but I could also say without Jazz we don't make it, because he was the one who no look anybody else other than Jazz does not score from first to home. on
Yeah,
that
but
double by Wells.
nobody without Wells is hitting in that position. I guarantee everyone was striking.
I know,
out.
but could you admit that? Can you give Jazz that nobody
I
else on
gave
that
Jazz
team
credit.
is
Yeah.
gonna score from first to home on a double? Even on that play, even going from first to third would have been tough. He went all the way home. Like, this dude was freaking gone like the wind. Remember, he had got benched the day before, so
Right,
he
but
was playing.
is that enough? Is that enough to just because you're fast? Is that enough to warrant no criticisms? Because a lot of people.
No,
can
the
do-
criticism is valid, but you
No,
just said
that's
that.
what I'm just trying to keep the. What I'm saying is to keep the same energy for people who don't perform in October, and I say, Volpe did not perform this season, and neither did Jazz. I personally don't think that either of them should have some sort of like, oh, this person did much worse. I don't believe so. I think Jazz and Volpe both equally did bad. We can say strikeouts are bad, but I think you remember in the Blue Jay series how many double plays did Jazz hit into? That's not a strikeout, but it's a double play. Remember when
I
Bellinger
get you,
hit that,
man.
when Bellinger
The
hit
thing
that
is that
two-run-
they were all bad, man. I get
No, that's what I'm-
McMahon
that was my
McMahon
point.
was
That's my
better. He was okay. Wells
No,
too
no,
was okay. They all suck, man.
No, that's what
all
that
of
was
them,
my
bro.
point. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. That's why I'm glad you said that. They all sucked. That's my point. But earlier, I feel like most people are like hawkeyeing on Volpe, and it's just like, man, they all were terrible except for
Volpe
McMahon.
trash,
Yeah,
man.
but Volpe was trash all season long for 3 years.
Yeah, in the
bro.
regular season, yeah, he was bad.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
At
I
least
know.
Jazz hit 30-30, man.
Seen,
I'm just talking October.
Like-
Regular season, Jazz is good. That's why Jazz has value
Like-
and Volpe isn't.
Oh my God! Hold on. What did I just hear? Hold on. Say it again, Wilkin. My
Jazz is
headphones was
value.
out. No.
Jazz is
Before that, what you said before that?
What did I say?
You said
Volpe.
Jazz played really well. He's
In the
really
regular
good in the
season.
regular season.
Yeah, he's a regular season guy.
Okay.
But we don't need that. We need October guys because the whole fandom is based off of rings, right?
No, I
That's
agree.
why I even wanted Brendan Donovan in second base. If we weren't gonna
Yeah.
get if we weren't gonna
But
get
you-
Ketel Marte.
You know, it's my thing, because see what you just said there? That's a lot of the criticism with Judge. And my thing is like, look, I get it, the regular season, the playoffs is what counts, right? It's what matters. I mean, not going to say what matters. The playoffs, the postseason is what everybody remembers, right? But remember,
Yeah.
if you don't play those 162, you don't make it out there. So that's my thing with Judge. That even if he batted 0 in the postseason, I don't think we make it to the postseason without him. And I'm not gonna say that about Jazz,
Okay, but
he was a big
right.
part of the Yankees even making it to the postseason. Because at one point we was in a race, we were like tied, like a 3-way tie for the wild card, and it could have went either way.
I don't remember too many of Jazz's clutch hits. That was mostly Grisham and Bellinger. I'm not hating. You can
when
check
he
his
came
hits.
back from the
When he came back from the
when he
injury,
came back,
he was right there.
No,
yeah.
but so
Yeah.
so my thing is this, Wilkin, right? It's not the clutch hits, of course, those are important, but baseball is 9 innings, 27 outs, right? Let's say a game, right? Let's say a game is 7-3, right? And then Grisham hits a grand slam to tie it. But those 3 runs were important because without those 3 runs early in the game, you never even get to that point. It don't even matter if he hits a grand slam. You understand what I'm saying? So everything counts. So my thing with Jazz, right? I agree with you though. A lot of times that he just, I don't know what it is with him. Like the talent's there, but it's like he don't have it up here. You know?
yeah.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that for how much was he being paid last year? For whatever he's being paid, I have no problem for his performance. Even the grounded
Yeah,
double play.
I think it was 10 million.
Yeah, I like whatever he performed, that's perfectly fine. And I'm happy with Jazz what he gave for how much he cost. But my issue is we needed to find a replacement for Jazz pronto. Like I just feel like they're
Nico.
content on running back with Jazz, and it's like we need a contact bat on second base. I was perfectly fine with getting rid of him and getting someone like Brendan Donovan. How many
Nico.
double plays? I was just saying, how many double plays do you remember Jazz throwing to the stands? It's not
A
even
few. A couple,
not
maybe.
a few. It was a lot,
Yeah.
man. It was a lot.
like
I
probably
mean,
4. Like probably 4.
Maybe, yeah. Like, if that, maybe even like 4. Yeah, probably. I'll give it that.
Yeah, he was making
You
errors.
make it seem like he had 50 errors, man.
No, he had like
like-
what, 13 or 14? That's still a lot, man.
Man, how many did Volpe
a lot of those
have?
came at third.
Oh no,
Have like
Volpe. If
19,
you're
20.
thinking I'm
Yeah,
defending
exactly.
Volpe, no, Volpe's dirt. Volpe is dirt. But I'm saying
Yeah,
Jazz.
Yeah,
I agree with Kelvin though. A lot of those came at third base. But look, man, I get it. He
No, no,
needs to
no.
tighten up, and I think a lot of the errors. But he's made some fantastic plays too.
No, he was
So
making a lot of errors at second. I said the double plays weren't from him on third because you
no,
can't
I
make
know.
double.
But even at second base though, he's made some great plays at second. He made a great play in the playoffs, and then threw it away, and then messed it up because he made a bad play.
We ain't gonna
So
talk about
yeah.
the playoffs. We know
he
what
he
happened.
made a great play in the playoffs. I remember he saved the
made two
Yankees.
errors.
He made a
can't-
diving play on
you
a
can't
ball that should have went up the
convince me
middle.
You can't convince me he had good defense after making
No, so
two
so
errors.
I know, no, you're right, man. That's what I'm saying. But it got washed away because you went and made 2 errors after that.
Not
My thing,
even
man.
that.
Look,
It's not forgivable to make 2 errors like that.
no, I guess you're right, man. My thing, man, with you is this. Sometimes, man, you got to give him credit where credit's due, man, because
Wait.
I
Did
get
you
it.
not? Wait, hold on. You heard
No,
me
I'm talking about in the playoffs too, brother. I'm in the playoffs.
No.
He made mistakes. Don't get me wrong. He didn't
not
play
giving-
well,
All
but
right,
he
so then
had good moments too.
All right, so we can agree to disagree on that. I don't think there's anything good, except for that Red Sox when he ran from first to home. There's nothing good about his performance.
He made a great play up the middle. I can't remember. I'm gonna find it and show
That's
you next
not
time.
enough. You need to do more than that if you're gonna make 2
But he
errors.
saved the game on that play, though. I'm talking about a game. As a matter of fact, it was the game. It was the game that he scored from first versus the Red Sox. He saved the game. Because if they get that hit up the middle, it's a whole different game.
Are you talking about that one where Nate Eaton didn't run to home because he caught the ball from second? It went past goal.
No, it was a diving play, man. I
Yeah,
can't
it was a
remember
diving
exactly,
play.
but
No, I know I know exactly
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Nate Eaton hit it. Nate Eaton was at second, and he got the wave to go home. I remember that, because I've rewatched it recently.
so my thing is this, though, Wilkin. Right? You're right. He played terrible, but with all that being said, but we probably don't even make it out the wild card without him.
But you can't
Either.
justify making 2 errors with one good defensive play. You just
No, I
can't.
hear you, man.
If that's the
This
case-
is this is the thing the thing that gets me mad with the whole Judge thing, right? And it
But
goes
we're not
back
talking about
with
Judge.
fans. I know, no, but I'm
Judge is
saying this.
not bad.
Everybody is everybody. You know who's Bill Bruckner?
I
You know who that
Never
is?
heard that name before.
I'm just saying, you can't compare Judge and Jazz.
You know who Bill Bruckner is? Bill Bruckner is the guy, right? In the chat, so whoever knows, I know Roy knows. He was on the Red Sox in 1986 in the World Series versus the Mets. They had the little roller. This dude was a phenomenal player, right? And without him, they don't even make it to that game because he was balling that series. But he made that one error, right? And he is
But that was
freaking.
bad.
Yeah, but Jazz
You
is
know?
not. Jazz is not that good in the postseason. That's why I'm saying if you're gonna hit 190, and you're gonna strike out a whole bunch, hit into a lot of double plays because you made one defensive play where Nate Eaton. We need to remind ourselves on that one play that he.
So I'm gonna ask you this though: if he would have
wait,
batted
hold on, let me
300,
finish.
if he bats 300 and makes 2 errors, you forgive him?
Yeah, but he's not. So
Okay,
the what ifs
alright.
don't matter. The what ifs don't
No,
matter.
I'm just saying. So he got to. That's what he got to do.
That's what but he won't. So that's why I'm
And
saying
also, Jason-
when people blame Judge that he's not hitting the postseason and whatnot, I think that's not fair because, like you said, without Judge, we don't make the postseason. I don't think you can hold that same standard to Jazz. Jazz hit 240. Yes, he had a lot of home runs. He stole a lot of bases, but they're not on the same caliber. Like, people blaming Judge because he doesn't hit in the postseason, you can blame that mostly on Cashman if we're being honest. But there's nothing you can do to make Jazz hit with RISP. His
Take
hit
care,
with
Roy.
RISP, what do you call it? I remember we looked this up before. What's his RISP hitting? It was like 200.
Yeah, it was
That's
really
not gonna.
bad.
That's not gonna cut it. And I'm not even looking at postseason. That's just regular season too. So if Judge with
And
RISP,
Jason,
yeah, I was just saying Judge with RISP is actually really good. People don't call him clutch. No, he's clutch. It's just in the biggest of biggest moments he doesn't come through, and I still blame Cashman for that because he surrounds Judge with a bunch of people who strike out and don't perform either. So it's easier to pitch to Judge when you know the guy batting after Judge is a bum. That's the problem.
and Jason, and Jason, in 1986, that was just the curse of Bambino striking,
of the
man.
Bambino.
That's just because the Sox are just horrible. But I think my main thing, and it applies to all Yankees in October, is just raise your floor. We don't need you to be what you were in a regular season. We just need you to not fall off a cliff. And me seeing October 2024 of Judge turned me like it made me come to respect playoff baseball to see MVP hit below the Mendoza line. However, I think it just goes to show that you shouldn't be working on like being an all-star uh, in um in that 1 month of playoffs. You should instead just do your job, pass it on, get on base, just be an average player at least. Like, don't fall off a cliff because we saw it this October. It was instead of in 24 where people were being carried by Stan and Soto, and that was it. It was Judge was carrying everybody, and everyone else just fell off a cliff. Like, if you can just raise your floor, hit like 220 on a bad series, but you can't be hitting like a buck 60, a buck 80. Like, gotta be better than that.
No, that's the thing. I don't think you can. That would be unfair to expect people in their contract year to play 70% ball. Like, let's be honest. Does
Oh no,
anyone
I was
really?
talking about in the playoffs though. I'm talking about
Yeah, but the thing
in
is that
playoffs.
that also makes you money. I don't think Jazz is gonna suddenly. He's gonna stop playing for the contract, and he's gonna start playing 70% ball for October. That requires a lot of discipline and self-restraint to just suddenly on the
Winning
fly
a
stop.
World Series, winning
You're like,
a World Series adds at least 20 mil to any contract.
no, I
Oh,
understand
I
that makes
said
sense, but
winning a
not
World
some.
Series is going to add money and years to your
Yeah,
contract.
but some players don't think that way, and I just don't think have we ever seen
I mean,
Jazz
but
flip the script on the way he. I watched every single at bat from
he
Jazz. Has he ever tried a seventy
did.
percent
He
swing
did.
in the postseason?
Jazz came up with that coin phrase. No, no, no. Well, I'm just saying, like, Jazz came up with the idea of letting the game come to him because that's all 70% is, like,
Yeah,
letting the
he's
game
smart.
come to you.
He
He
Yeah,
knows
came up
about
with that by
I got
himself.
jokes, but
So it's like, so he definitely can do it. He said, "Welcome to space." Right? Chill on,
it. Yeah,
Welkins.
still,
Harry,
there's a lot.
Jazz can do it.
There's
Jazz
a lot of
has
people
done
here that agree with me. Like Jason's just cherry picking people that don't. Because
no, I mean
Jason,
that was the latest comment, dude. That was the
nah,
last comment.
there's a lot of people that said Judge is not clutch. I agree
No,
with.
I agree with you, Judge. Now, I
Yeah,
disagree with you when you said the Judge is a bad captain because of Gleyber Torres. That's why I was
All
disagreeing.
right,
You know, but
okay, that's
if
That's
fine.
that's what I'm saying,
wild.
when you said Judge ain't clutch, I was like, how am I going to argue that he has decent numbers and with runners in scoring position stuff like that, but in the biggest of moments, like you
No,
said, he's yet to come through.
there's also people that said he's not a good captain. You weren't reading those comments though.
Oh, you want me to go back and get him? I hear
No,
there was
people
like
saying that, but
you're gonna
but,
no.
but
people.
my thing though with the whole the Judge is not a good captain. Look, where every time I ask people why, and their reason, I get it that that's your reason, but it's not a valid reason. It's all speculation. Oh, he don't do this. And I'm like, well, how do you know though? You know, are you in the clubhouse? Are you on the field? Or because he don't show up a player, if he don't show up, if he don't
No,
embarrass a player on the field,
no
that's
one is
that's what good leaders do. You
no
know,
one is saying that. No one said he needed to suplex Glaber off the field.
you
That wasn't the
so then
point.
explain it. Explain it. Explain why you think the Judge doesn't get on guys, or a Judge doesn't go and tell people like, hey man, you got to step it up. You know,
Because I just don't see anyone stepping it up through 162 games. A lot of people just play the same way they've been doing. For example, when Jazz got that infield pop-up fly, correct? You remember that on the Marlins series? And then Boone blamed the first baseman coach.
All right, let me ask you something, Wilkin. Before you go,
You
go.
asked me a
No, I
question.
know, but no,
Finish my point.
Do you think
Oh,
that Stan? Do you think that Stan does it?
holy my God.
I'm asking you. Do you think Stan does it?
You let me. Can I finish the first thing that you asked me? You said you let me talk, and then I finished like what 5 words, and now you're going to a different
No,
question.
go ahead. But after, I want you to answer that because I'm gonna
Okay,
just
so let me
dismantle your
finish my
case.
point, and then
Go
I'll
ahead.
get to your other point, brother. All right. Before you interrupt me, what was I talking about? Specifically, you said on the Jazz, the infield pop-up fly. Okay, how many people do you expect to not change from that? If they get doubled up on an infield pop-up fly, how many managers or how many people on the bench, if you're the captain, you're really not going to talk behind that and close doors? I don't expect Judge to knock out Jazz on the field for everyone to see, but you would expect after that happened, he's going to play more serious ball in the next few series, right? He was still making loads of base running errors.
Honestly,
After
you know,
Marlins. I do not
but
believe that Judge fires enough people or fires up the urgency. He does not tell people the urgency. He just says, "Oh, okay." What Lou said, Judge is softer than a tissue. Like I said with the Teletubby comment. I mean, I'm poking fun at Judge for that, but I just don't think he fires enough people. Fires
but
up.
my thing with Wilkin, man, I get what you're saying, and he probably didn't. But how do you know though? That's my thing.
Hold on.
I
Let
mean,
me.
look, let me tell you, Jazz looks like to
All
me,
right.
Jazz is the type of person that don't give a fuck if you tell him that.
Uh,
Jazz is gonna be Jazz. I feel like if you tell Jazz like that, he might get butthurt and be even a little more salty about it, and act a little more weird. But I get you, right? I get you. But so my question to you is, do you think Stanton does that? I
yeah,
get
he
it that
does.
it's
He's
all
the
right. So all right. So Stanton was there. You think
he,
Stanton told him something?
he's not the captain. Maybe it's not in his jurisdiction.
All right, but he's not doing. So he
It's
got
not in his.
look
So what we don't know, we don't know what goes behind closed doors. I agree on that.
exactly.
But the thing is, what we do know is what happens on the field, and he doesn't play serious ball after that errors. Any errors that he makes, no one tells him. It's like
So,
we don't
so
know.
I'm asking you this. This is what I'm asking you, Kelvin. Right? This is a lesson, right? And there's a lesson in this, but I need you to listen for real. Listen, I'm 42 years old, man. I lived a little bit of life, a little bit.
There you go.
Right?
See, he knows because of the results, man. That's what I
No,
said.
no,
I
no.
don't.
Let me finish, my guy. I'm gonna get to my point,
You,
right? Look,
nah, I gotta let you
right.
finish.
I get it. That it's Aaron Judge's job because he's the captain, right? That's what you're saying. It's his job. So, don't you think though? The Stan, because you give it Stan, you saying that Stan has the attitude to be a captain.
Yes,
You don't think that Stan is telling people
not the
this?
health. He doesn't have the health. But what happened?
You don't think that Stanton? You're saying that Stanton is not telling because some you're saying that nobody told Jazz anything. Nobody criticized Jazz
Well, they're
and
telling him. I'm sure someone said you can't do that, and Jazz says, "All right."
all right.
End of
So who you
story.
think that came from? It didn't come from Judge, right? So he's not a good captain. But
There are
if
clips
it,
of. There was a short that you released a couple on your channel. There was a point where I think someone made an error, and Judge was in the dugout discussing it with him when
no,
he
that was
made.
different, right? If you look back, I'll show you what that is, right? This is how I know that Judge. Look, you could say anything, but I think he does more behind the scenes. It's just the Judge ain't the guy that's gonna be loud, and you're not gonna see it. But that short that I put out, it was the one time that I saw a conflict in the dugout. Nobody even noticed this. I'm gonna pull it up. As a matter of fact,
Yeah,
nobody noticed this. But because I watch these games religiously like this. Like I literally watch their routines before they come up to the plate, what they do when they strike out and they go back to the dugout. I noticed that Harrison Bader, this is years ago, Harrison Bader and Oswaldo Cabrera were beefing, right? I don't know, like nobody ever confirmed this, right? But I know because I could see it. They were
they were
obviously
just
not
mad at each
happy.
other.
Harrison Bader was talking shit to Oswaldo Cabrera.
Okay, so he just doesn't like mean words. I think that's
No,
completely
but
different than
guess
a
what?
word.
The game was over, right? The game was over, and then you see Harrison Bader and Judge and Oswaldo Cabrera, and they hashing it out right there in the dugout.
Yeah, but that's
While
not the.
everybody's out, I know what I'm saying is that we just don't know. Like, here's my thing, right? And I
So,
get it. Like, my thing is that you're saying like you bringing up
It's not
the
just me,
excuses.
bro. It really isn't just me. Like this
No,
other guy.
I don't care. If everybody believes that, you guys are wrong, dude. If you say that if you
Oh,
saying that
bro.
Judge is a bad captain because Gleyber Torres made 17 errors and because Jazz Chisholm
It's
dropped
not all
got
that.
doubled up on an infield fly.
Brother, you gotta let that go. That
No,
wasn't
I'm
the
talking
whole
about. I'm
thing.
bringing up your other case, the infield fly with Jazz. You just said
Yeah,
that, bro.
I know.
You're
So
wrong, bro. Let me tell you something. But let
I
me
know
listen. Look,
because
look.
of the
If
results,
you're at
bro.
right, let me tell you something. Right. If you let's say
You've been
let's say
telling
you
me
at
lots of
work.
things.
Listen, Wilkin. Let's say you at work and your manager's a piece of shit. Right. Your manager's not a good manager. You're at work. Does that mean you just let the whole shit go to race? Right.
Bro,
If
this
you
is
at
way
work and you listen, if you're at work, right, and your manager, let's say he's the captain and he's letting everybody do what the hell they want, right? You still work there, right? Shouldn't you say something, or are you just gonna let it be all bad? Then, if that's the case, then you don't make a good captain either. So that's why I asked you: do you think Stanton's telling people? You think he's holding people accountable? Because you said that Stanton should be the captain over Judge. And to that I say, well, we don't really know what's going on, and based on your your
I'm
case
not.
is
So
invalid.
what I said earlier is I meant to say Stanton's attitude is mostly because I agreed with you that Stanton is not healthy enough to be captain. He's not in the dugout enough.
But all right, so
You're opening it back
give me
again.
three
Like, his
situations. I already know what
attitude.
you're gonna say because he said what? I already
I
know what you're gonna
literally
say.
said like 5 words and you're already talking, bro.
No,
Okay.
go no, because I want you to
Just
go.
stop.
Look, I already know what you're gonna say though. You
Oh
said
boy.
because he
All
went when
right.
they got the rings. This is not the ring we want,
Ah,
right? This is not the ring we want, right? What else? What else did Stanton do that made you feel like he should be the captain over Judge? What else is it? Tell me.
thank you, Elias. Let the man explain himself. Like, can I just talk for more than like 5 words before you say I
Bro, is
know
that
what
the
you're
shit
gonna
that you
say,
saying
bro?
is fucking stupid, bro? I'm gonna be
No,
honest with
bro.
you. It's dumb, bro. You make no fucking sense. I'm gonna keep it real
Oh
with
my
you now.
god.
I'm telling you right now,
No.
as a grown ass man, you make no sense, young
You
man.
just
You
you
really
just
don't,
don't
dude.
agree, man. You just don't agree,
No,
and that's fine.
I'm trying to teach you a lesson in life, bro. But
Oh
you don't
my
want to
god.
take it, so you then it's
Oh
all
my
right. Look,
god.
that's on you. I really am. I really
Bro,
am. You wouldn't know a good leader if he fucking fell on your head. I'm telling you right now. Take it from a guy who served in the army, a combat veteran, a freaking
oh my
disabled
god,
veteran who's been
bro.
blown the fuck up, bro. Who's seen it? I've seen it. I've seen
Dude, it
leaders
ain't that
crumble. I've
serious.
seen them crumble. No, I'm just being honest, but this is
I
life
don't
experience.
think that Judge is a
I've
good
seen
captain.
people crumble,
I don't
crumble.
think Judge is a good captain. It's not that serious, bro. I don't care
And
about
I'm
war.
asking you for why do you think that this dude is a better captain than him?
You're bringing up explosions and wars. I'm just saying Judge ain't the captain that you think he is. And other people are saying this, and you're just saying everyone is
No,
stupid but me.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm arguing with you that you're saying that Stanton is the better captain. And the reasons why you're saying that Judge is not a good captain is for reasons that you don't even know if it's true or not.
I know it
Because
because of can I talk? I know it because of the results. The results speak for themselves. Nothing changes in their attitude and how they conduct themselves on the field. I know it because of the results. I don't know exact what words are being said in the background, but if nothing changes, does it matter what I know? Do you know that Cashman is really stupid as he thinks he is? No. Do you think that Hal doesn't care? No. A lot of people say Hal doesn't care about baseball. Do we know that for sure? No. But we can see it with the results, is what I'm trying to say. I see it on the field. Jazz is still making errors on the field day in and day out. You would think people would play a little bit more serious. Now you could say, okay, maybe I'm wrong on that because Stanton doesn't have the health to carry out captaincy as long as Judge. If you're not healthy, you're also not a good player. And typically, I agree with that. But I'm just what I guess I was saying is that Stanton has the attitude of being a captain. I'm just saying
I'm not
Judge's
saying
attitude
that
is not good for captaincy.
I'm not saying that Stanton wouldn't make a good captain, right? I'm just trying to argue. I'm just trying to tell you, like,
Me too. Yeah, I say he's the better captain if he was healthy. And that was my point, but then it's like you keep saying that I'm attacking Judge. No, I'm just saying Judge is not he's not the best captain. There's worse captains candidates out there. Like I don't want to see Jazz as captain, for example. I want to see Volpe as captain. But I'm just saying I'm just criticizing Judge, and you get really mad at that. I don't understand.
No, so what would you need to see from this man? You need to see him like yell at somebody on the field or fire up somebody. See, that's the
No,
thing, because I get mad because even when the like the speech he gave like in the WBC, right? And everybody's
I
like,
don't care about. I don't
like,
care about the
I know,
speech.
I know you. I'm just saying an example. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is you want him to do? You want him to go out there like fucking Rocky Balboa
You
and
say
play some
you know what
music
I'm
in the
gonna-
background?
You always say that. You know what I'm gonna say. I don't care about the speech. I don't care if Judge isn't suplexing his players on the field. No, but like I said, I see it in the results. I don't care whatever he says in the background isn't working. That's why I'm saying he's not a good captain.
Can I
don't
ask you
care
this though,
how he
Wilkin?
does-
Let me ask you this: if the Yankees win the World
results
Series,
speak.
if the Yankees win the
Results-
World Series this year, is he worthy of your captaincy?
You win a World Series, bro. What are these what
right.
if scenarios?
No, I'm saying,
What
but
if
this is the
Grisham hits
future.
500?
If they win the World Series, right?
What if
So
Grisham
that's
hits
what it
Win,
is.
500? What if Grisham
not
hits
if.
500?
Win,
There's a
not
lot
No,
of
that's not.
what
We're
if,
not
man.
talking about that.
What if, man?
Wilkin,
What if they win the World
Win, not-
Series?
look, Wilkin.
What if
If
they
the
win a
Yankees,
World
all right, I'm
Series,
holding you.
bro?
I hope the Yankees win. I really do. Not only that, but if the Yankees win the World Series, he's a good captain then.
I mean, clearly. But he won't. What are the chances we win a World Series, bro? That's a huge what if.
I know. So you're
asking
saying
what
that.
if the scenario is real.
He. I know. So
But
that's one of the reasons,
these are
right?
some bold what ifs, man. That's why I don't like dealing in what ifs, because they're just.
I
what
know,
ifs.
no, but I'm saying though, no, but here's the thing though, right? Because I'm trying to understand what would it
made
take
the
for him to be a good captain, right? So you're blaming the Yankees losing every year is Aaron Judge's fault.
No, I never said that. That's complete bullshit.
Hmm?
I never said because we lose. I even
No,
blamed
but listen,
I
Wilkin,
went
let
on
me
the-
finish. All right, let me say my point. Right?
Go,
This is
go.
why this is why I
I'll let
take that
finish
from you,
your point.
because you just said, right, that the results speak for themselves. The Yankees, players like Jazz, Gleyber Torres, all these players, they don't get better. They keep making mistakes. And that's
Yes.
why that's why you feel like Judge ain't holding people accountable, right?
Yeah, 'cause the results
So it's
speak
in
for
turn, right, that means the results are L's every year. That's the result. So
He's partially to blame
that's his
because he's a
fault.
captain. Cashman is the most to blame
Okay.
because he's the one who makes the lineup. I went on a whole tangent on Cashman. I even call him
No,
trash.
I agree. See, here's my thing. I'm not
Judge
saying
is
he's the best
partly to
captain.
blame, but I'm
I'm
not
not saying he's,
I-
and of course, yeah, because he's in a leadership position.
But the
But-
thing is, with you is I don't like it when you make these what if scenarios. Like, what if we win the World Series? Then is Judge a good captain? Of course he is, because we won the World Series. But again, like what Lou
Okay.
said, better chance to win the lottery, bro. We're not gonna win the World Series.
So was Don Mattingly a good captain?
I wasn't born. I can't answer to that. I'm not gonna
Was
answer on
that-
things I don't know. Maybe he was. From what I heard, he stepped up, and it was a different time in baseball when people were a lot
See,
less.
he never won though.
But I'm not. What does that mean? What does that mean to do with my whole thesis on how
Because
people are not being held accountable?
I know, but those people that sucked when he played, and they weren't held, they still sucked, right? Or because you hold somebody accountable doesn't mean they're gonna be better. They might still suck. That's what I'm saying. You get it? Like,
Okay, but all right, what I want to say is I don't want to speak on Mattingly because I wasn't alive for that. I don't like speaking on things that I wasn't
all
alive.
right. The only how old are you, Wilkin? If you don't mind me asking.
30.
30?
31.
All right. So you
31. I
so
wasn't
you lived
alive
through some. You remember Jeter days a little bit, right?
barely only 09 on that stretch.
So the only
that-
Yankee captain you really know is Judge.
Pretty much. Well, no, I knew Jeter, but like I was watching a lot in 6th grade all the way to high school.
So the reason I'm saying that is because, like, you know, like Don Mattingly, right? If you don't, like Jonathan said earlier, right? He didn't win a championship, right? He
Yeah.
never won a championship. A lot of that is because look at the lineup they put around him.
Yeah, I agree.
know?
I said Cashman is a
And
problem.
no, and that's what I'm saying. But Don Mattingly, to say, like, if I said that Don Mattingly is not good because they keep playing like trash. He's not a good captain because everybody around him keeps playing like trash.
Was there someone on the team that was consistently making errors and Mattingly just and it, they
Let me
consistently
tell you
made
something,
errors?
man. In the early 90s and late 80s, and I was very, very young, they sucked, man. It was bad, really bad.
But was it because the players themselves are bad or their attitude was bad? Because I actually think this
Everything. Oh, the players. Look, trust me. They would look when you suck. It's because you suck. You know.
No. But
And the
what I'm trying to
attitudes.
say is, was their talent bad?
There was a lot of
Our
attitude
talent
back then.
is
If you think people got attitude now, it was worse then. Maybe not attitude in the way where it's flair and stuff, but people over back in the day, you couldn't tell these players nothing. They'll punch you in the face. It was big league baseball, man. These dudes are chewing tobacco the size of their freaking till their face fell off. You know, fights, and it was tough like that. You know,
Yeah,
Look
so
at Kelvin.
that's why I feel like I don't know. I feel like talking about baseball back then and now, it's just too different, man. I think we need to like just talk about modern baseball because that's all I can really talk on. But because I don't know, Mattingly, maybe like you said, you can't tell people anything because they'll punch you in the face. Clearly, you can tell people now what to do, and they won't punch you in the
Baseball
face.
back in the day, man, they fought in the dugouts. It was more rough and tough. If you talk
Yeah,
shit,
that's what I said.
you
It's
got
too
hit.
different.
You got hit with the ball. You know, like they
Yeah,
were.
no, I know.
They were
If you pimp your bat, you're getting one straight to the. They're going head hunting. I know that. But what I'm trying to say, this is different. That's why I said it's not comparable. So I only want to speak on things I was born for. I feel like talking about Mattingly it's too much of a tangent, man. What I want to say is that the results
think,
the results speak for themselves. I don't know what else I gotta say for
Well,
the results speak for themselves. Hal is a bad owner, and we don't know what goes behind the scenes for Hal and Cashman. No one can. So when people like to criticize them, man, you don't know what they're going through. Maybe they really do want to win. But what I want to say is the results speak for themselves. That's why I don't have faith in Cashman. I don't have faith in Hal to actually hold Cashman accountable and fire him and find another GM that can actually spend $300 million correctly.
and in turn, you don't have faith in Judge.
And then in that same regard, I still think Cashman is the most to blame for Judge. I've been saying that this whole stream. Cashman.
No, I know, man. So
Cashman is the
let me
biggest
answer this real
reason
quick.
why Judge doesn't have a ring. But what I'm trying to say is Judge. I don't think Judge holds the players accountable enough because the results speak for themselves. Not because that they don't win, but because, like you said and I said, they make too many errors and they
Let
don't
me ask
play.
you something. Do you think Manny Machado's a good captain?
Is he a captain on the Padres? I thought he was
Yeah.
just captain of DR.
I'm pretty sure he's the captain
Yeah,
of
he
Padres. I
is,
could
he
be
is.
wrong.
Oh.
Do you think he's a good captain?
I don't know. I don't watch Padres.
I'm just saying
That's
they
the
never
thing.
they
I
don't
don't-
win, right? The results
but
speak. So this is my
The
thing,
Yankees-
man.
hold
Like,
on, the Yankees and Padres are so different, and you're talking about something that most
no,
Yankees
but
fans do
you're
not have.
saying because when I ask you, Welkin, when I ask you, how do you know that they don't have these conversations behind closed door? You saying because the results speak for themselves, right?
Well, the results and how they conduct themselves, like the errors, like the lackadaisical, like players not knowing the outs. How many times did we remember people not knowing the outs?
So how about what if like you ever had somebody, right?
That's true.
Like
You
the
ever know
results
somebody?
should-
Let me tell you something. I know you're right, but
Oh.
you ever had somebody who's just a fuck up? You ever told somebody like, "Hey, man,
Can we just talk
get your shit
baseball, bro?
together"?
Let's just
No,
talk
yeah,
baseball. I think
No, but this is baseball.
bro.
It's the same thing, bro.
No,
Some
it's
people just
not.
mess up. Yes, it is, bro.
Because you were talking.
If
about
I
the
go and I
Padres
say,
Yankee
I do it
baseball.
all the time. Look, dude, I help my son's little league team coach, and I get it's just little league, but I could tell people, hey,
Oh my God,
and these are human beings, bro. And I get it, they're professionals, but if you forget how many outs there are, you shouldn't do that, right? I could come up to you and be like, hey, don't ever do that shit again, right? Nobody better ever do that again. And then Austin Wells might do it 2 weeks from now. You understand? He might do it. You know, my thing is this, right? My whole thing is,
going on too much. We know no one
my whole
ever
thing is
thinks
this, man.
no one ever thinks that players are going to get better under Judge's cap. Like I don't know,
I
man.
disagree with you, man. I disagree. You know why? Because there's a million players. If you talk to the
Okay,
players, right?
I'm perfectly.
All the
fine with
players that I know, they
you.
say, man, he is.
I just don't. I don't respect.
He's the bomb.com, you know?
I don't respect you calling my opinions like fucking stupid just because you don't agree. Because there are people here. Look, Jason, can Judge improve his style of captaincy or not? I agree
I
with
know I'm
that.
trying
statement.
to. No, I'm gonna be honest. It's dumb, bro. I'm just. That's my
All
opinion.
right,
Like
bro.
you said,
If that's how you feel, that's fine, bro.
it's dumb, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you. What you want me to lie to you? You want me to lie to you, bro? It make no damn sense, bro.
How does that make
He's
no
not
sense?
even he's not even the fucking manager. I get it. He's the captain. But what do you want him to do? You want him to put belt to ass on the field.
No,
That's
I
the thing.
don't. I
That's what you
don't.
wanted
I
to do, and then
literally said
you saying,
I don't
and
want
then
Judge to. You keep
but you're
putting
saying
words in my mouth, bro.
because of how everybody else is performing. You
I
just told me,
literally
right?
said
Listen,
I
you
don't
just
care
told
if
me that
Judge.
Cashman put a shitty roster around Judge, and then you
Oh
just told
my
me
god,
that
bro.
It's Judge's fault that they don't get better. You just told me that, bro. Am I bugging? Kelvin?
I
Didn't he
said,
just say that? He
my,
said
I
the
just
results
said
speak for themselves. They
Well,
don't get
he
better.
was
They
saying,
keep making errors. They keep making mistakes.
I'm talking about the errors and the lack of urgency and how they conduct themselves on the field
yeah,
and everything. I'm not talking
he's
about the
talking
fact
about
that they don't
like the
win. Cashman
mindset.
is the
I get
reason.
it, but my thing is, bro. How do you
Well,
know
I
he's not
will
saying
say
something?
Because the results speak.
Judge. I think that Judge is
So
vocal.
is it more
Wait,
Judge or
but
Boone's
I
fault?
think Judge is
Oh my god,
vocal
I
in a
answered that
locker room.
question already. You keep
Hmm?
circling, man.
I think
No, bro.
I
Look,
think
let me tell you
I
something,
think
man.
All right, well,
I truly
let's
think
just
Judge
listen to
is
Kelvin
vocal
talk.
though.
Go ahead, Kelvin.
I think Judge is vocal because it's really it's a big thing to have a New York City team not have any drama come out of the locker room while Judge has been the captain. So I think Judge is vocal in the locker room, or he has some sort of calming presence. I get with I get what Welkin is saying. How if you just judge the team by the results, and then you just look at the people who are like pushing buttons. You have the owner, GM, manager, captain. There's obviously something wrong because after 16 years, our results have only been one trip to the World Series and then a bunch of like embarrassing losses, like falling asleep on base and everything.
Yeah, that's
And
what I was saying. Like,
literally, just like what
that's not on Boone.
Jason said though, Welkin. Yeah, I fully get that. But just like what Jason just mentioned, some people truly just have like that spacey, laissez-faire. They just can't get right. Like Jason today almost got hit with a bat walking onto the field because he wasn't paying attention to the game, and you see that during the actual game where he's forgetting about like the number of outs. Like Volpe does dumb stuff. Like it sucks because there's no way for us to truly call it.
Yeah, but
I
you would
think it's
expect
probably
them.
like for a ratio. I think Judge is 30% responsible for this
Agree. I actually
team's
think it's lower. I
performance.
think 20.
Like I think it's 30-70. Now the 70%, 25-75. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I think
And
Cashman is way
I
more to
think
blame.
Judge. I was bringing it up when y'all first started talking about it earlier. Is is I really would like Judge to recognize that he's literally a legend walking in terms of like baseball. Like he needs to recognize that he's the biggest voice, the biggest person, the biggest bat in the room, and by acting like he did at the start of this season, like outwardly, I don't think his actions should change. I think instead what he says whenever the cameras are on him should change because it's clear that he knows. Well, I think he has more of a grasp of what the fans are thinking, what the media is thinking when the team is doing good or bad, and he's showing that he's like aware of the fourth wall more and more. It started off with him saying where the Yankees was taking us so long, and throughout the World Baseball Classic, he literally just dropped a quote, Woken on what you're saying. Like people were saying how the team US they weren't passionate, they weren't this and that, and
Oh,
Judge
that
sort of just broke it
I
down how
disagreed with that heavily. Yeah, when people were saying America,
yeah.
Just because America
So
wasn't holding a fiesta on the dugout, like I was like, come on, bro. Every culture is
well,
different.
it wasn't a fiesta. Judge didn't take it there, but his answer to that question sort of sums up how he goes about the locker room stuff behind like the scenes with the Yankees. Like the same way that he doesn't show that outward passion, I would imagine is the same way he sort of reprimands people that are messing up. But you have a fair argument.
Yeah,
Like some of the outcomes that the team has been getting since 2017 has been embarrassing. He can only do so much, and being a Yankee puts a puts so much pressure on him, and you can't hold his feet to the fire for like
Oh yeah.
100% of it. Just give him maybe like 20, 25,
Yeah,
but
that
not
was exactly my
full
point,
100.
and I don't hold him 100. The thing is, a lot of these arguments, like Jason's making me think like I blame him for everything, and honestly, it's mostly Cashman and then Boone and then Judge. But what I'm just trying to say is
Well,
that
how Cashman,
well,
Boone, Judge.
Hal is ultimately the guy who hires them, but I mean, like I said, I don't want to blame Hal too much. The only thing I blame Hal on is the fact that he keeps this loser employed, Cashman, because you would think Hal would not want his money to be wasted. Well, like I just think Judge a lot of people do this.
You breaking up, man.
What happened?
You can hear. Oh, you was breaking up there. Go
Yeah,
ahead, man.
it's
Oh, okay.
breaking up.
Yeah, like I like Judge from what people like. The thing is, just because I don't like him, that's a thing on Twitter and everything. I just feel like a lot of people on social media these days, just because I say I don't want Judge to be captain, he's our captain no matter what. I could say I don't want him to be captain. If they remove his C, that would destroy the Yankees. So I don't obviously want him to be removed as captain.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't think he's a great captain. But on like social media these days, a lot of people say, "Oh, you don't want
Okay, then.
you don't want
I
you don't want
disagree.
Judge to
No,
be
no, no.
captain. That must mean he's the
we gotta
worst player
change
in the
up the.
world."
No. Is I think like just saying plain state Judge is a bad captain is a wrong statement. What you're what you're trying to say is Judge is a bad leader of men in terms of like getting them riled up, getting them
Oh,
to actually feel like the consequences. But in terms of just Judge captain, all teams in the league would fight to have Judge
oh yeah.
as their
I even said I've said
their
that before
their
too.
captain with the same mindset and everything.
Yeah, I was saying Judge is far from the worst captain. I'd rather him be captain than Jazz. I'd rather him be captain than Volpe. Wells is
I feel you.
captain. Can Wells be captain? Did you see him at the plate when he did the ABS today? He challenged a ball that was literally down the middle.
Yeah,
Like that was awful. Even though I liked Wells today,
yeah,
he
I
hit a
saw that.
double. But again, like there are far worse captain candidates. I'm just saying is like just because I don't think Judge is a great captain, a lot of people thinks I hate him. It's the whole pancake waffle thing. It's like just because I say I don't like waffles as much, people are like, oh, that must mean you hate waffles and you're a pancake lover. It's like no, I just think Judge
I
is.
think you should. I think you should instead say Judge can be a better captain.
I
Like
don't think
there's
so because some people are born.
there's more
Some
that
people
he
are born that
can
way.
get out of.
No, you're right. What my thing
Not
with,
not
with that,
everyone can be
I just
captain.
showed you
everything.
that
No, you're
Judge
right. It's some people
is
are born with it,
slowly.
some people are not. Some people
I just don't
acquire
think
it.
he's the best. He's not the
I
best
just think
captain for the
my thing.
Yankees,
Look, I agree. Look, I don't. Look, I
and I
think
don't
he's the
care about
best
the
man for the
Padres.
job right now. I do agree with that. Is he
Yeah,
the
that's what
best
I was saying.
captain?
He's the
No.
best.
Is he a better captain than Derek Jeter? I don't think so.
No, me
But
neither. I don't even think Jeter
I
should
mean,
be.
look, see, it's still quiet for a long time.
Yeah,
But
you're
this is
right.
where what gets me upset. Well, this is where I feel like you guys are blaming him for stuff that really, man, it's out of his control. You know, because I could tell somebody right now.
It's in
I
his
can tell
control.
somebody right now. I can go like at work and be like, "Yo, man, get it together," and they might not get it together.
I understand
I'm
that.
not the boss to fire them. I got to work with this guy. You understand what I'm saying? Whether I like it or not.
No, I
So that's
understand.
why I feel like what are you gonna do? I can help him and everything, but at the end of the day, these guys are all grown men, millionaires, bro. They got egos. We don't know what the hell's going. Just imagine being in a room with 26 millionaires. You know, everybody's all super uber competitive. You know, like
It
nobody
doesn't
wants to
even
hear
matter if they're
that.
millionaires. A lot of them are just they're still human beings. Any
No, I know,
job.
but
You try much-
they're all uber competitors, and they've been. It's man, I'm telling you, you ever met like these like a professional athlete, man? These guys are uber competitors. Don't get me wrong, like they listen and stuff, but they're not trying to hear a lot of shit, man. They you know, they don't want somebody coming up to them and be like, hey, working. Judge has that respect. I feel like if a guy like Judge comes and says something to you, they're gonna listen, right? So I agree with you there. But my thing is that how do we know they're not doing that, man? And they just mess up anyway.
I
You
felt like I've
understand?
answered that a lot. I just feel, like I said, I just think not the results. Like, oh, when I mean results, I think a lot of people are misconstruing what I mean by results. I'm not saying the results because they have 0 rings. I meant like the results on the field. Like, what does Jazz look like the next day after missing an infield pop-up fly?
That's what I'm saying. But that's
He
what
still
my
makes
guy.
errors.
Let me tell you something, man. Jazz goes home and smokes blunts. You think he give a fuck what Judge told him? He don't, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, to blame Jazz's mistakes on Judge is crazy to me. It's just wild, bro. That's my argument. If you want to say he's a bad captain, then he's a bad captain. But that's not why. Jazz is not the reason why he's a bad captain. Neither is Glaber, you know? You can say he's a bad captain because he don't come through, or he's a bad captain because he don't, maybe speak up more on Cashman, or he's a bad captain because he vouches for some of these bums that they bring
here's
back,
the thing. The thing is, I'm giving you examples. I'm trying to be as concise as possible, so I'm giving you point by point. Like, that's like, I'm not literally saying the only reason why Judge is a bad captain is because Jazz is smoking a blunt right after making an error, back-to-back days. That's not what I mean. I'm just giving you one point. There's many reasons, but the thing is, you like to hone in on one. There's a lot
you're
of
not giving me credit.
There's a lot of
man.
reasons why Judge is not the best captain. A lot. We've
I can
gone
tell,
over
man. I'm not. There's no way that you're gonna. All right, man.
You even admit it, bro. You said it yourself. You said Judge is not the greatest of captains. So we can agree on that.
That's the only thing but I don't agree on your points, though. To me, are crazy, man.
That's
what I'm
fine.
saying. Like, the reason why, and I'm like, man,
That's
like,
fine. I hope you realize in life you don't gotta agree with people, man. You might think someone's points are stupid, and I also think other people's points are stupid. I just don't call them. I don't tell people you're fucking stupid. That's the difference. I might think their point don't make difference. I might think that their
no, but and you're right. But look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I mean,
you could be wrong.
To take it on the chin, I could be wrong, but I'm not, bro. Not on that. Not because of Jazz,
right.
man.
Well, that's
like, come on, dude.
That's too much.
Not on that, bro. That's crazy, man. Logan.
You can't imagine a world where you're wrong. That's the problem.
No, I'm wrong about a lot of stuff, dude. I'm wrong every day on this show. Name one. Oh, I'll tell you, man. In 2024, right, after Game 1 versus the Royals, they were playing the Royals in the ALDS. I'll go back. I can look it up. I came on here and said the Yankees are stupid. Giancarlo Stanton needs to be benched. He needs to be benched. He's washed up. They should have never traded for him. And then the next game, he went off and took us to the World Series immediately after. I was wrong. I'm wrong all that. That's just one big example. I'm wrong all the time, man. Woken. My thing is,
I guarantee you, if we were in that stream,
I'm saying, look, your opinion is your opinion.
I guarantee you, if we were in that stream and I called you out on that when you said Stanton was what did you say for Stanton?
Yo, hold on, let me say something. I'm gonna let you finish. Elias, man, you got a lot to say in the comment. The link is pinned in the chat, brother. Come on. Look, I'm not saying that Judge is the greatest captain. I'm just saying to say he's not the good captain because somebody else made an error is crazy, you know?
I'm not saying that's the only reason. I'm saying everything is in context.
Those are all the examples you gave me, though.
I'm saying the results speak for themselves. It's everything. It's not just the errors. It's the fact that they don't win, that people are forgetting the outs, that no one's fired up to do anything. There's a whole lot. The thing is, you like to go point by point, and then you like to hawkeye on one thing.
So that means that Don Mattingly wasn't a good captain.
I just told you. You keep going to so many tangents. You went to the
Padres, but it's the same thing. No, it's whatever. Not. Let's move on from this subject, man. It is the same thing, bro. He was the judge. Not. He never won. His team fucking sucked around him, and they didn't win.
Can we agree on this? The Yankees are not the Padres. They have different expectations. Can we?
I didn't say I said Don Mattingly.
No, you said Machado earlier.
Right now. I said Don Mattingly. You see what I'm saying? You all over the place.
You said no.
Kelvin, my God, that was like 30 minutes ago, bro. What you talking about?
The point is, you make too many tangents, man. You talk about Little League.
What you talking about?
You said
you just read the comments there. See, I was trying to make an analogy. That's why I brought up Little League.
Yeah, and they don't work because they're not comparable.
I didn't even finish that. I just stopped. I deaded it because I knew that you wasn't gonna get it, bro. Because you just weren't gonna get it, bro. Your mind is closed.
Oh yeah, I wasn't gonna get that you're comparing
Yeah.
the Yankees to Machado. You said, "Oh,
I
Machado's not a
didn't.
good
Hold
player."
on. All right, so Kelvin, you're the third man right here, right?
You said
When did I bring up Machado? Was it within the last 10 minutes or was it like 30 minutes
Doesn't
ago? I
matter
brought up
if it's the
Machado.
last 10 minutes. You brought it
No,
up.
no, I told you. I told you.
It's still a stupid
comparison.
point to bring up Machado.
My guy.
You
No,
agree?
but he was
I
bringing
didn't
it
even
up
bring
as
him
a
up. I asked
comparison.
you, do you think, I didn't even compare. I asked him,
You
does he
did.
think Machado's a good captain? That's all I
That's
said.
comparing.
Yeah,
Why
my
would you
guy.
bring
You
up
know what, bro?
Machado?
Well,
Bro,
he was.
I'm about to
doing it
kick you out of here, bro.
to
You pissing
say-
me off.
I'm not
Fuck outta
surprised.
here,
saying
man.
it to say
You man,
he
you're
was
a
saying it to
child, bro.
say
Get out of here.
I'm a child.
the
All right.
Padres don't win. He was saying it to say that the Padres don't be winning. So is it fair to say that Machado is a
Yeah,
bad
let's move
captain?
on, bro.
Same way
They're not-
that Madeline. Okay.
They're not the same. You can't compare Machado and Judge.
Oh my god, bro. What else, man?
On another note, though, like literally, like I wasn't joking. J-Dom almost got hit in the head with a bat because he was running on field while somebody was doing warm up swings. So you might be right. A lot of the players might just be fuck ups. Yeah, a lot of them might just be spacey. But
Yeah, but
I
that
think,
happens though.
I do appreciate
I mean, yeah.
watching.
Remember when
Judge
Volpe
play.
hit Judge in the face with the ball? You guys remember that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
Shit happens, man.
It's nice watching. I will say it's nice watching like regular season
I'll tell you what,
Judge,
man.
and I'm getting more and more acquainted to coming to grips that like baseball is super hard. We're watching like a legend right in front of us, but I would like to see him like take that next step, and I think that next step is being more, of course, still performing, but also being more outspoken. Because I wasn't even an active baseball fan, but from every single quote that I read, it seems like Derek Jeter had like his finger on the pulse of like what the right thing to like, and at times judges like respond will like have a bad series or a bad, and will just say very cookie cutter answers. So it's gonna be really exciting if he keeps it up the way that he's going with the media, like with quotes Ridge.
Yeah, let me tell you something, man. Hold on. Hey,
fire.
Wilkie, if you want to talk shit in the chat, bro, you could get the fuck out of here too, bro. Peace, bro. Huh? Nah, get this nigga out of here.
Oh nah, you wildin', bro.
Nah, cause you're gonna be
Just-
talking
just
shit in the
speak up
chat, bro.
In the thing, if you,
Mm.
you like, he not going like.
Mm.
My fault. Go ahead. What you saying?
No, what you said, man? My bad. I can't hear you, bro.
I was commenting on what happened with Welkin. It's just an argument, bro. It's not that deep.
No, I'm not even mad. But if you're gonna talk shit like
Can you
Elias
hear
from
me
the
now?
chat, like, bro, you could join, bro. You could join. I see. Here's my thing. Right now, we're gonna end this soon because I gotta go feed my dog.
No.
My thing is this, right? And I'm gonna say it again. Now you here still? Oh, my bad. Hold on.
Yeah.
No, you here?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Freaking-
yeah. I do agree on that for Jason. I'll defend Jason here. Yeah, if you're gonna talk shit on him, you should probably at least join here.
No, it's not even. Like, I don't even care though. Really, I don't care, bro.
Oh, come
I'm
on,
good with
you-
myself.
You care at least a
Huh?
little bit. You
No,
care a
literally,
little.
I care because I wanna. because I'm not gonna sit here and type because I want to type and go back and forth. I like to debate, bro. I'm from New York, bro. This is what we do.
You
We
just
talk
said that
shit.
you just said you wanted to kick me, bro. Come on. You were a
No,
little.
I know, I did. But
You're a
are
little
you still here, right? You still here, right?
Yeah, I respect that
Did
you
I?
didn't kick me. I'm just
I
saying,
didn't. I
bro,
wanted to. I was trying to figure something out here. Look, I have a lot of shit going on right here. I'm trying to figure it out.
All right, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, man. Like we're just having a civil discussion here, man. I just Judge ain't my
Nah, I
favorite.
didn't kick you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little salty, but I'm not gonna kick you. I was trying to figure something out right here. But I really would like Elias to come up. I really would like him to come up.
I do too, because I want someone to defend me, man. You can't defend me if you're typing in chat. Because they're
Like
not gonna
I hear like all the arguments, man, but I just find it hard.
I think the issue is you just. I think
look, we both agree
calling.
on one thing. He's not the best captain, right? We both agree. We just disagree on why he's not the best captain.
Yeah, but the problem is you call people you don't agree with fucking stupid, and I just say agree to disagree. That's the problem here, and I think most people on a grand stage of things would say you're being unnecessarily rude, even if you feel it in your heart that what I'm saying is stupid. You don't just tell people you're fucking stupid and you make no sense.
Go ahead. Now I'm fucking with you, man. Go ahead, brother.
No, but I'm right. You were the guy.
You're right. Now you're right, but that I look. I'm apologize, right?
Bro.
No, but I didn't kick you. No, I'm dead ass. I thought I did for a second, but I was scrambling trying to make sure I didn't. Like for real.
Yeah, that's what I'm
trying
saying.
to figure something out. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna apologize because I look. But
you
that
get too heated in this, man.
Because I'm passionate about it, bro. What you want me to do?
Me too. I'm
passionate.
Judge.
That's why
I want him off my team. He's dirt.
I'm passionate, man. I'm passionate. And
too,
Judge is
bro.
my guy, man. I'm the type of person, dude. Kelvin's dying. Whatever, Kelvin. I'm the type of person, dude. Even with Boone, I was arguing with somebody about Boone the other day, and I hate Boone. I don't hate him, but I think.
He's dirt.
I think we should get rid of him.
No, he's dirt.
But I'm arguing with a Mets fan about him, because that's how I am, because that's my guy, I feel like don't this because I'm like, yo, man, fuck, like, boom, what about Mendy? Like we had a whole argument. Mendy's words
like suck.
And I know, but the whole point is that I'm protective with my people, like, and Judge, whether I like him or not, he's our guy, man. He's our guy. Like, look, and this is why I'll say this to all the Yankee fans, because we could criticize him and say he sucks, he don't come through, and he's a bad captain, he don't hold people accountable, and a lot of that's probably true, right? But shit, man, that's our dude, man.
Yeah, so
he is the guy, man. He is this team. He's the rock of this whole team. Without him, bro, if you think we're down and out now that we haven't won in 16 years, bro, without Judge, man, this it's hopeless almost.
Cashman is trash. That's what I've been trying to tell. So what I guess my whole thing is, even if you disagree with me, I say even if Judge is not a good captain, I disagree. You say he's not the greatest of captain. I go a little bit further, and I understand you might disagree with that. I think he's just straight up not a good captain, but he's still our captain. It don't matter if I think he's not a good captain. He's still our captain, and he's still the best player on the Yankees by miles. There's not a single player we could ever get rid of Judge for. I don't care if people say... There are some people saying, oh, Harper is more clutch than Judge. I agree, but would you want Harper for Judge instead? I sure as hell wouldn't. Judge is the best player, the best hitter in this both leagues. I don't care about the Ohtani fans that say Ohtani is a better hitter. Did you see that rankings, by the way, the home run rankings? That said Ohtani's going to hit more than Judge?
I doubt it, man. Especially since he's pitching now. I think his
that's what
numbers
I said.
are going to go
It's
down.
crazy the amount of disrespect people are giving Judge. I just think he's not a great captain, but I still think he's the best hitter, and it's not even close. And
no, I agree, man. See, he's the best hitter on this planet, dude.
But that's what I'm saying. I just don't think he's a good captain. I think people they take it too far, man. They think I'm the biggest Judge hater. The only biggest hater I am is of Jazz. I think he has no place in this Yankees lineup. That's all.
Kelvin, Kelvin's laughing. What are you laughing over there?
Because
you like the sad music?
Oh,
my bad. Wrong one. Oh, shit. I pressed the wrong one. When I press this, man, you went crazy. Nah, man.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
was
know, man. It's
rolling
gonna be a
at that.
long
I was
season, though.
rolling
I
at
know
that.
that. Huh?
You and Ace got facts. You and Ace got 10 out of 10 soundboards. I'm not gonna front.
This year's gonna be,
Can you
man.
hear
I'm
me?
telling you. Yeah, we hear you. I don't know. So what do you think, man? The Yankees, how
Okay,
many
okay, okay.
wins? You think the Yankees take the division? And we'll wrap it
91
up here
winning.
in a little bit. Hold on, we got a Dodger guy here.
I
Uh
think
oh.
Mm,
I said something about
I
Otani.
think
mm.
I think that the Yankees finish with a
I agree.
I
96
agree with Kevin on that,
win
actually.
year. You said
96
he's the best
wins?
hitter in the regular
96. That's
season. No time. Okay. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I think I'm lagging a lot, but to finish it off, I think they finish with 96, and we win the AL East. Performer besides Judge is ironically going to be Jazz.
Jazz? Oh,
I remember
that's
I actually
interesting.
predicted that and then I totally went back on that. Remember that, Jason?
Did you?
You
You
remember I
guys,
said Jazz was gonna hit the
you
100
guys have
RBI?
time because I'll stay on this shit all day, man, if you want, but it's up to
I do
y'all,
too.
man. You got time, Wilkin?
Yeah.
All right, man,
Wait, time
we'll
for
take
what?
over, like like go stay live.
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying,
Take
like,
over, man. I'm gonna go get my dog some food. You guys do your thing. I'll be right back, all right? You got
I'm
it,
back.
man?
how
I'm
long are you
lagging
gonna
a
be?
little bit broken.
Uh, you got it, Wilkin? I'll be right back, man.
All right, all right. All right.
I'm lagging a little bit, Welkin, but I'll say, like I said it before on the first time that we had got on together. I think that the best version of this team is Jazz being our second best player, and I stand by that because Jazz, at least the way that Boone has the lineup, Jazz is always in like the fifth, sixth spot, at times
Yeah.
even seventh. So if Jazz actually puts his I will say his intangibles as a player are horrible so far. He goes on Twitter, he says a lot of stuff, he yawns and everything. But if he can perform like up to his talent level, like his physical talent level, him being our second best player, probably like 2A and 2B with Stanton, and Belly like three, like a solid third, and Rice fourth. I think we go on to win it all because he can be a, like him doing a 30-30 season again, but with high average, like a 270 average. That would be amazing, and I honestly would want to sign them long term. I know that you don't really mess with Jazz, but
Yeah.
what if that?
I would mess with Jazz if he toned down his in the contract year. I think. Would you not agree that it's a little bit hard to expect someone to tone down their home runs during a contract year, though?
Well, I think Jazz understands that he's gonna be the best hitter on the free agency market come next season. So I think Jazz is just looking to stay within his body, and he was just giving out quotables. Cause the when they asked him like
I've been drinking too, man, so
that
I'm a little amped
that
up.
question,
Oh,
Nice.
I
go ahead.
feel
My
you.
bad.
When they asked him that question, Jazz is the type that's, yes, he's gonna say that I'm the best, and he's gonna speak up highly of himself. But I think Jazz realizes that he's at second base. There's nobody better than him at second base except
Oh,
for
I agree on
Marte.
that.
So I don't think he's gonna like go crazy and really mess up his whole stat line. I think it's honestly going to be him selling out for contact at times. We saw it early on spring training. So I think he naturally just selling out for contact can hit 30 for 30. Now trying to hit home runs in certain situations. That's where you get 40-40. But I think that he's gonna like have it all figured out to where he just sells out for contact first, and then everything pans out. Because we still need him to steal to steal bases to get to that 30-30, 40-40, and half of that battle is just getting on, whether that's walking or a single. You got to get on. So I think he knows that his words and actions need to not always be in lockstep, because if you leave it to him, he's gonna be tweeting, saying crazy stuff, and all types of yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if anybody wants to join, don't forget the link is pinned in the chat if you want to join. Open
Yeah,
mic night.
I do agree on Jazz. Like, he has a lot of talent, but I mean, as my teachers have always said from the past, I mean, apply yourself. Talent means nothing. There's a lot of talented people who are just useless because they don't apply themselves. There's a lot of hardworking people who are not talented and they're
Yeah.
way better. And that's my issue. Is I think maybe people will disagree on that. Is that I don't think Jazz reminds me. All right, this is a wild comparison, but Jazz reminds me of, like that drunk friend who says, "I'm gonna stop drinking. This is the year. I'm gonna stop drinking," and they always
Damn.
come home drunk. And that's what I mean. That's what when Jazz is 70% swing, Jazz is 70% swing. I mean, we saw it in action. He talked about the 70% swing, and then he totally ignored it afterwards. That's what I mean. I think this is a
True.
situation where Jazz says something. He says all the correct words. He knows about the 70% swing. Just like how people, they know they need to stop drinking. But will he do it is another question, and I feel like he doesn't. I drink too, but the point is, I just don't think Jazz is the type of person that will, especially during a contract year, is going to stop trying to swing for the fences, especially if people start learning how to pitch to Jazz. And I don't know. I just don't have faith in him being the second best player. I think the person who needs to be the second best player on our lineup for us to win has to be Bellinger. He has to live up to his $52.5 million contract. And he won't, because that's an absurd amount of money. But he has to try his best to get anywhere near close to that. And then the third best has to be Stanton. Stanton cannot be hitting under 200 like he did in the postseason for last year. Stanton did nothing last year in the postseason. So he needs to be our third. If Jazz even slightly improves in the postseason, I think we're have a decent shot. I just don't think Jazz can be that.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to be the X factor. I think that's what I'm trying to say. He can't be the X factor because I don't believe in his willingness to stop swinging for the fences. Whereas Bellinger, I think he needs to be
That's why.
healthy.
But I'm saying Jazz's goals always include stolen bases, right? So stolen bases include just getting on base.
Yeah.
Like you can't hit a home run and get to that
see,
30-30 season. You might get to a 60 and 10 season, which is what Judge has been doing for the last 3 or 4 years. But I think Jazz is just, he's like a ton of quotables, but I think his approach, like, unfortunately, his number one swing is, of course, swinging for that short porch. So I think if he just does more of like a Blue Jay approach and steals, he has a lot of sneaky pop that he's gonna run into like 15 home runs off of just, oh, I accidentally hit a home run, but I was actually trying to just put it over the second baseman's head, and they ended up in the right bleachers and everything. So I think he's actually conscious of just like letting the game come to him. But I understand your argument how he can easily forget that he was the one who came up with 70%, because that is funny. He came up with 70%, and after a month he stopped doing it.
He stopped doing it. Yeah, that's what I mean. A lot of people, they know what they got to do. They say all the correct words. They go to you tell people, this is what I got to do. And you're like, okay, what happened to that 1 month later? Then they'll start making excuses. That's what I feel about Jazz. I think he just reminds me too much of that. And I've dealt with people like that, like him. So I just feel like I don't know. You gotta. It's. I'd rather see it rather than believe it. Is what I'm trying to say. And I hear a lot of words from Jazz, and the 70% swing. I was happy. In fact, I remember. I'm not gonna shout out
Yeah,
other
me too.
streams, but I remember there was a stream where someone called him a star, and I was actually on that. I'm like, yeah, Jazz. When Jazz came back from the injury and he was hitting like 360, I was like, this is it. This is the World Series. I think he's gonna carry us. And then he said the 70% swing, and then 1 month later he forgot all about it. I'm like, what happened, man? That home run derby took you out. That's all it takes.
You
Like
think Jazz, if he's on, you think he has the ability to carry a team to the World Series? You think the talent's in there?
As the second best player.
I do believe in Kelvin's statement where he could be he has the talent, but talent, like I said, talent is pointless if you don't apply yourself, and I just don't think Jazz applies himself too often. He did in that Gauntlet series. I'll give him credit there. Remember when we fought the Astros, Blue Jays, Red Sox? He destroyed the Red Sox.
What about that game versus the Red Sox when he scored from first? Now just in the postseason.
I mean, that wasn't 30-30.
I think, man. All right, what's the likelihood that he gets traded?
0.
Jazz.
0.
Jazz.
Yeah. Who's gonna? Cashman's gonna trade him for who?
No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, if you're not gonna sign him, right? He already kind of put himself out there and said what he's kind of looking for, which is absurd. Unless he goes out here and really does hit 50-50 or something like that.
I think he's just price anchoring. I think he's just saying it just for fun.
I mean,
I don't think he actually
if he's even anywhere near that, man, like there's no way you're gonna re-sign him. You know?
No,
so,
but I don't think we're gonna trade him. Look what we do.
I don't think so either. I don't think so either. But you know, I don't know.
Like
we'll see.
People like Peraza go. Like, I think they're just gonna be fine with saying, like, here's the thing. I think Cashman, he looks at, like, you remember we heard the rumors that they were trying to trade him in the offseason?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Cashman, like, then they were having talks, and I was like, oh man, maybe this is it, where Cashman gets a brain and we get something like a Brendan Donovan and maybe another arm for Jazz. Because, you know, Brendan Donovan's not the best second baseman, but he hits for average and he gets on base, and that's what I wanted. But I have a feeling Cashman was like, oh, he probably asked the Pittsburgh Pirates, hey, I'll give you Jazz, give us Skeens and someone else. And then Pittsburgh Pirates is like, nope. And Cashman's like, I tried.
They probably just hung up on him.
Yeah, I think
Jazz for who? Click.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like Cashman, he holds his prospects and his players in general in way too high regard. And that's why no one takes him seriously except for the Rockies take him seriously. That's how we got Jake Bird.
Jake Bird is a disappointment, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Did they option him yet? Or?
No news on him yet. He has a chance to break.
I think he's
breaking
camp. Yeah, I think he's breaking camp.
Because that's one of my predictions, man, that he's breaking camp on the roster.
He could be, like, he's looked far worse before, obviously, but his fastball looks so flat, man. I'm worried. Like, his last outing looked good only because, like, the people he was striking out, I don't know why they weren't hitting that fastball. It was so flat. Because when they do hit it, it goes to the moon. It reminds me of Weathers, because Weather gets a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, he throws hard, man. When you throw
like
that
Weathers
hard, you're going to get swing and miss.
Yeah, he does.
Like, Weathers got, I think in his Blue Jays outing that he got destroyed in, the first two innings was great. He had 5 strikeouts, and everyone's like, oh man, Weathers is striking out Vladdy, Springer. But the thing is, it just takes enough mistakes, because his fastball is flat. 100 flat means nothing. That's why I'm saying, like, I think talent can only get you so far. And that's why I'm not hopeful on Jazz, but I'm not gonna blame Jazz for why we don't win a ring. This is all Cashman.
We're gonna blame Judge. Let's blame Judge. Let's just blame.
Like I said, I blame Cashman entirely.
I blame Cashman, Boone. Everybody who's
and I don't even blame,
Judge has some blame.
I don't even want to blame Boone too much. What? It's Boone's fault that he got a bunch of swing and miss guys in the lineup.
It's Boone's fault that he brung in Nesta. I would never forgive him for that. I would never ever forgive him for that.
I'm not. No, that's why I said Boone, I want gone specifically for that World Series. Specifically for that one, I want him gone, shot to the moon. But
Shot to the moon.
yeah, but
Because you could really argue, bro. You could argue that getting walked off via grand slam in Game 1 of the World Series was the series. Like that was it. That was what made it clear that we weren't going to win that World Series. Even
Yeah.
though I will say this, there was never there was only one game where the Dodgers like beat us very convincingly, but we were evenly matched with them. It's just our fundamentals. Every single time that they tested our basics, we always folded. Whether it was catching the fly ball, running the bases correctly, PFPs, we
man.
always just weren't on point, and that's something that really has to be looked at Boone's tenure. Like he's done nothing but coach up people who are not fundamentally sound. He's he's known for like just coaching the team throughout the summer to just stay afloat, but not really go for the juggler and win. And it's crazy because he inherited a team that was a 100-win team in 2018, and since then he hasn't dominated the American League since. Really, it's been like even the freaking Tampa Bay Rays made it to the World Series before us, bro.
Never
Like
mind.
we
That was the
we,
COVID year though.
we
Yeah, that's a fake. That's a fake
but
one.
still, like,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
okay,
I know
true,
what you
true.
mean.
But like,
But
yeah,
I
like
guess you could say that
these
result.
guys shouldn't be winning a pennant for the AL. Like, I get the Astros cheating. Okay, I get that, but our bats had nothing to do with them cheating and everything. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of fingers that need to be pointed at Boone. Just the Yankee brass in general. It's clear that they have a really big disconnect and knowledge gap on what works and nowadays, because it's 16 years of not even being like, it's I will say that it's competitive baseball, like they're making it to the playoffs, but it's not like Yankee baseball, which is
yeah.
Is it
I'll
really
say it's like
competitive?
it's like we every year we're so close yet we're so far, right?
Is it really competitive if you only made the World Series once and you just get bounced out of the wild card? I don't know, man.
It's not. To me, it's
I
not. And
feel
every
like you
year
just
we get bounced
that's not
embarrassingly
competitive.
too.
Yeah, it's not competitive.
yes.
Competitive to me is making it to the ALDS Game Sevens, ALCS Game Sevens, all of that. But if you just make the postseason like you're supposed to, which we do, and then you just get bounced out in the wild card every time, like I don't know, man. To me, that just means you do your job correctly. You absolutely destroy the White Sox, the Trashionals, and all those horrible teams. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if you score 17 runs against them. If you score 6 runs, you still probably beat those teams. Save the runs for the other teams. I know that's not how baseball works, but you know what I mean by their offense is feast or famine. And like I don't know. Like I'm not defending Boone if that's what you were trying to say. Like I didn't want to blame Boone. I didn't want to blame Boone for some of those losses, but to me, last year is the last straw for me for Boone. Like I actually don't understand how people can defend Boone after that.
Yeah.
But
He
What do you
shouldn't
what do
be
you think is going to
employed.
happen with Caballero and the whole Volpe Caballero situation? I don't think they like Caballero out there. They
I
don't
think
view him as an everyday starting shortstop. I
Cashman
think.
hates Hispanics. No, I'm kidding.
No, hey, Welkin. You said it, not me.
I
You said it, not me, man.
I'm joking, but I'm not because
Huh?
Dominguez, Caballero.
Mm.
Who else is there?
Look at the outcomes. Look
Yeah,
at the outcomes.
yeah.
Welcome,
I'm just saying, let the results
welcome.
show. All the Hispanic players,
Yeah.
and then Volpe just gets. I guarantee
So
you, Volpe's gonna get the standing O when he comes back.
Volpe's gonna
He
get the
better
standing
not.
O from
Yeah.
the Yankees,
The
not from the
Yes
fan.
podcast.
I think look, if Caballero plays well, right, and Volpe comes back and Volpe comes back and they throw him in that starting role, it's his first day out there, he's gonna get booed. He better play well.
Yeah.
Look, Volpe better play well. I think he's gonna get booed no matter what Caballero does. Volpe better play well. If
I mean,
not, man, they're gonna boo him
Caballero could
out
be
of New
hitting
York.
100. Yeah, Caballero could be hitting 100. They'll still boo Volpe, and it's deserved. He was trash, but I just
I
think
think
US broadcast they just glaze Volpe way too much. I don't know if you listen to the broadcast too much, but whenever he makes like the most basic routine double play or flip to second base, you can hear the US broadcast. They're like, "What an amazing play!" And I'm like, "Bro, that's how come you don't
routine.
say?" It's not even just that it's routine. You don't say anything the same to like Caballero. They're just like, and he makes the play. And it's like you can
I'm
tell.
not gonna
There's
lie
a,
though. Caballero sometimes the way when he throws, he scares me. He's got
yeah.
a good arm, but sometimes like on the routine plays, he kind of just tosses it to first,
I mean, we
and
saw
it,
it
it
the other
scares me.
day. We saw it the other day. It flew past first base, I think. I don't know who was first base, but yeah, he
Yeah,
threw it to the stands. But I mean, would you rather him or
Cabby
Volpe?
did.
Yeah, Cavi overthrew it.
yeah. He. I don't know. The arm is kind of worried. Not. It's not
No,
that he doesn't have an arm. He has a cannon.
it's a cannon. Yeah.
It's the accuracy sometimes. I don't know. It just it scares me. Scares me.
But I mean, overall, if I'm gonna say who I prefer, Volpe or Caballero, I'm gonna go Cabby. Even at third base, I still think if McMahon is not available, sometimes they play Cabby at third. I'm not too worried about Cabby at third. Like it scares me a little bit. I'm not.
Yeah,
Too worried.
like my whole thinking with this team is unlocking Cabby's bat, whether it's a lefty or righty on the mound, makes the lineup better by tenfold. It
Well,
makes
yeah,
it to where you can lead Cabby off every single day by either putting him in at shortstop or third base. On days where it's a lefty, put him at third. On days that it's a righty, put him at short. It moves Judge back to the three hole, and if both Cabby and Belly get on in front of Judge, pitchers are sweating and shaking, having to throw fastballs, while two guys that can steal or score on a single are just like ready to just take off and run. Because Belly can run. Belly's faster than
yeah,
Trent
Phillies.
Grisham and Ben Rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, you're expecting them to make sense. So I mean, Cabby as leadoff to me made sense. But the thing is, what they're going by is they're going by values like WAR and X batted average, like expected batting average. So when they see Caballero's expected batting average is like 240 or 230, they're like, we can't justify putting him in the one spot. That means that he might get 5 at
But
bats.
Grisham bats that.
No, but you see, his expected batting average is probably higher, and they're stupid analytics. That's what I'm trying to say. That's why I don't really
I
vibe with
got
the
you.
analytic crowds, because I feel like with the analytic crowd they focus too much on specific things. Like I was talking about with the Ben Rice, the expected batting average for Ben Rice. It's like, but the thing is, he can't hit breaking balls. What if pitchers figure out that you can't hit breaking balls, and your expected batting average goes down? I want to look at the more overall player, and Caballero is a more overall player to play the one hole. But Cashman doesn't agree. Boone doesn't agree.
Yeah, I think it makes too much sense. His on base percentage is up there. The guy steals. He's a steal machine.
He didn't even play the entire season, and he had the highest amount of stolen bases.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know why they
totally.
the Yankees, man, they're frustrating, man. But if you could predict, right, the timeline of how this season is gonna go, right? What would you say? I'll start with you, Wilkin. Like, how do you think it's gonna go? We're gonna start off hot, and then we're gonna June swoon, whatever it is. Somebody's getting
Well,
hurt.
the
Yankees
June swoon is
finishing first.
the June swoon is inevitable. I think we're gonna have a bad April, but a good. I think we're gonna have
Really,
I think we're gonna have a not so great April. I think
it's
people
gonna
are
be a
still
bad
working out.
start.
Yeah, I think people are still working out their kinks. Like you see, Judge is a little slow to his last at bat when he came back from spring.
From
McMahon,
WBC.
yeah, McMahon can't hit for anything. And you could say
Man,
that's.
but he better kick it up, man. He's on
Here's
my
the thing. I
receipt.
I trust me and you are like the only McMahon like believers, I think, but it's not looking so good. But
No, he's not.
people are saying it's just spring training, but it's like 5 days away, and he changed his batting stance. So clearly, this new batting stance hasn't helped him too much.
So we get off
Grisham,
to a bad start, and then
yeah, June swoon. I think we're gonna pick it up, and we're gonna end up at like. I said 91 wins earlier. I totally forgot AL East is extremely stacked. I think every team in the AL East is gonna beat up each other, and it's not gonna be a dominant like, oh, one team's at 94 wins and other teams are not so good. I think we're gonna beat each other so much that whoever is gonna be first place is gonna have like maybe 89 wins or 91 wins.
91 wins.
I think 90. Whoever. I don't think it'll be us though. I think we'll have 89. It's between Boston and Red Sox. Boston Red Sox and the Blue Jays. I think they're gonna win, and I actually believe in the Red Sox more because Abreu, Roman Anthony. Didn't have Caleb Durbin as well. You got him as well.
Caleb Durbin, yeah.
Caleb Durbin. And what else? And their pitching is just 10 times better than it was last year. They were relying on Bayo to start a postseason. That's how like bad their pitching was last year.
So you think Boston's gonna win the AL East?
I think Boston's, yeah, for sure. And I think Blue Jays is going to be a close one. It's either between. I'm not going to say, oh, I'm 100% sure on Boston, but I'm 100% sure Yankees ain't winning. I don't think
we making it to the playoffs though, right? In your
wild card, and we'll get knocked out.
Damn.
Either the
you,
Blue Jays
Kelvin?
or the Red Sox.
I think we host the ALDS, and we have a 100-win season.
Damn.
And rather than a June swoon, we have a April swoon. I do agree with Welkin on that. And also, I believe that we have 100 wins, but last year we barely went on like a 6-game win streak. I think we have like a couple of like. I think we'll have a couple of like 10-game ones, and the longest is going to be 14.
I think we'll have like 92, like 90 to 94 wins around there.
Yeah.
And but it'll be like the same thing like every year. It'll be like, yeah, but you know, and I don't know, man. It all depends on like if they make a move or not. If they make a move, then just forget about what I'm saying right now.
Yeah,
I think we
same
do enough
here.
to get it. Like we're welcome. I think we do enough to get there, and then it's gonna be trouble. You know.
It'll be slaughter. It won't even be trouble. Slaughter. We can agree on this that if Roman Anthony was available for the wild card series, we probably lose. No.
Yeah, but I think it depends who we face in the wild card. I think they can make it, but they definitely not gonna get past the AL. Like, yeah, unless something changes, and it could be really bad, man. I think I agree with you. Like, I hope Ben Rice really takes a step forward. I hope he does.
Me too.
Man, he has that. I agree with you there, Wilkin. He has that hole in the swing. That man, the league figured it out already, and they exploiting it. He still gets his fastballs, but they put him out the zone where he could chase, or just to get him like just to get his eyes a little adjusted, and then it's low and in breaking stuff where he swings right over it. So hopefully he fixes himself.
And Wells scares me a little bit with his ABS. Like I was saying that Wells is like a sleeper pick. I think he's gonna do decent this year, but man, his ABS challenges are scaring me. Like, what is he doing with his eyes? Like, the catcher is supposed to know the strike zone best out of everyone, and he, like, challenges pitches down the middle when he's catching or batting. It's like, if you lose a challenge in the regular season, that's not a good thing. Spring training, whatever, but...
What was the last time you guys seen Jazz challenge something? I think they told him he can't challenge anymore.
That one game we were watching
Yeah.
together, I think. What was it? What game was that? Was that against the Orioles?
I think where he looked like he wanted to challenge, but he didn't.
And then he was
was
still arguing
complaining.
with arguing with the ump after they swapped sides. They swapped the bottom and the top.
Yeah, I think that I think Boom told him, man, you're way too emotional, and you're not allowed to challenge anymore. Because he looked over to the dugout too. He looked over to the dugout, like he got mad at the umpire, and then looked over to the dugout, and then looked back at the umpire, like, shit, I can't even challenge it. Yeah, it's funny, man.
I feel like even my mom would have called that. That's a strike. Like, why is Jazz complaining about that call? I understand on some calls, but that was like the most strike call I've ever seen in my life. And he was arguing, and then he got mad at the umpire when he was on the field. Oh yeah, and that was the game where he made an error. Someone hit a ball up the middle and he couldn't field it. Like he just let his glove run underneath it. And they scored that as a hit, even though everyone knows that was an error. And I was like, I don't know who was scoring the scorecard to rule that as a hit.
Curry says Blue Jays got a taste. They're gonna spend, like Junk said. You know what, man? I have a feeling that at some
They're gonna
point
make
this
trades.
year, guys like Scooble, there's gonna be some big names on the trade market. And I don't think the Yankees get any of them, man.
I
We're
don't
gonna
think
get a bunch
Scooble's
of
getting
journeymen.
any. I think
You don't think so?
I think Tigers want to win this year. They got Frambler. I think that's a big. I
Yeah.
think that was a big move. I think
but
Tigers.
here's the thing, though. I think, right?
Mhm.
I think the Royals are sleeper picks, man. I think the Royals could really take that the AL Central from the Tigers. I mean, it's gonna be
Really?
tough, man. But the Royals, man, they got a little good thing going over there, man.
Did they make any trades? I wasn't paying attention to them. Like any cool big trades. I feel like
they
the
did. They
Tigers.
mixed like some signings, probably.
Okay.
The Tigers, look, the Tigers are gonna be good, obviously, especially with Scooble.
School one. I think Frambler helps them out too much too.
But if there's an inkling that they might not make it, then why not put Scooble on the market and just get what you can get?
Yeah, no, I know
Yeah.
what you mean. Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't think, look, can they re-sign him? They probably can. They got the money to do it. Are they? Man, he's gonna go. He's a Scott Boras client. He's gonna hit the market, and if they're not paying $400 million and better, he's gone, dude. You know.
Oh,
So they gotta
we
ask
already
themselves,
know-
really. They need to really ask themselves, hey, are we willing to spend $400 million on this guy, or do we just let him walk? You know,
Oh, we
or
know
do
the
we just
Tigers
trade him
are
and get something for him?
The Tigers are not signing him. Like we already know what team he's going to. I don't even
What's
think
that?
this is just me being the
Don't say the
Dodgers.
Dodgers. Oh.
You know that Glass now. They're not too high on Glass now. Or
Yeah.
is that how you say his name? Glass? No, whatever. But
Yeah.
they're not too high on Glass now, and he's getting the end of his contract. I think they're gonna. Well, yeah, he is
And
not.
you got a fan base, Welkin.
Yes, he is not a god second baseman. He's a good one, just not when it matters. I mean, you know it deep. You know it. Like Scooble is not gonna be a Yankee.
Man, that'd be nice, man. I think that a guy like Scooby, even though a lot of people don't like us, he's a rental, and we will have to give up a lot for him. A lot of guys that we're probably not even using anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that a guy like Scooby, do you? Oh, all right, so I'm gonna ask you guys this. Do you think Scooby on this Yankee roster immediately makes us World Series contenders? That's what you think. Like, will Scooby push us over the edge? If not, you don't make the trade. You know, but if adding Scooby to this roster immediately like makes your odds of winning the World Series that much better.
It definitely
Mhm.
does, because he can actually pitch such a flawless game that we actually could win with only scoring one run. We could have that one of those
Yeah.
days where our offense is horrible. We score like 1 or 2 runs, like we did against the DR. Like, did we really deserve to win with that type of offense? Like, even after we won against the DR, I was like, man, this offense is cheap. But we still won because we had a great bullpen. And Skeens, you know, he wasn't like the best against the DR, but he did his job. And I think Scooble, you know,
I mean, he
could
was
help.
the best. He gave up one run. Like, you can't. I mean,
No, I
was
know.
almost
What I mean by
perfect.
not the best is he got hit. Like he had 6
Yeah.
hits, but he still got out of it. Perfect Skeens would have gotten 0 ER. Is what I'm trying to say. Is Scooble does push us in that. Does push us there.
Kelvin
the
looks
thing
tired, man. You done, Kelvin? I'll wrap it up.
I'm just listening in, but we can definitely wrap it up. But I think school takes us over the edge to where it's like World Series back on, and Welcome put out a good point. It can be a pitcher's battle, and Schoolboy is gonna win that pitching battle against anybody and everybody in the playoffs.
Yeah, but who wants our farm? Who wants to trade with the Yankees?
I mean, we got
Especially
some
with
good pitching
Cashman.
on there.
Cashman's attitude is not good. They're gonna ask a fair trade, like give us literally your best because we're giving you our best. But that's not how Cashman thinks.
I think that that Yeah, man. I do like we saw it last year. Even though, look, I like Max Fried, I like Rodon and them, but I don't think they're the guys. Like, I don't know. Like, I agree with Woken there. I don't know if they really got it in them really to pitch the big games like that
I don't
versus good offenses. You know.
know. I'm a little bit high on Rodon, though. I will say that. I think Rodon, this is his make or break year on whether I think he's made for it. But
yeah, but even Rodon, look, they had great season like the regular season. I think that towards the end of the year though, I don't know if they. I think personally that they run out of gas. Obviously, Rodon was hurt, pitching hurt.
Oh yeah, Rodon was hurt. Yeah.
But man, we saw what this Blue Jays lineup did to these pitchers, with the exception of Cam Schlittler, I would say. But even Cam Schlittler, right? He wasn't too bad, but they made him throw a shit ton of pitches. Like they put the bat on the ball, and we didn't have nothing for them, man. That's what I said. I don't think there was any pitcher. I don't think there was any pitcher we could have threw out there, even if we had Cole, that was gonna get us through that Blue Jays lineup. And
no, it wasn't. Like that, the Cam outing was really good. I'm not gonna lie. After I saw the Cam, like the Red Sox series, I was like, maybe it's just the Red Sox who suck. So I was high on Cam, but I was like, all right, let's see what he does against the Blue Jays. He was their best pitcher against the Blue Jays.
All right, Cam. All right, let's do an over/under. Right, Cam Schlittler's ERA in the 2026 season, over/under 3.5 ERA.
Ooh.
You want to go first, Kevin?
I'm taking the
under.
I'm taking the under. Yeah.
I think going under. I'm gonna go under as well.
I want to go under too, man, but it's his first full season, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm being optimistic here when I say I'm going under. Like I kind of, I'm expecting the worst.
Is he rookie eligible or no? He's not. He's not considered rookie anymore, right?
No.
But the thing I don't like about this whole thing is I feel like a lot of people are putting a lot of pressure on pitchers like Cam and Luis Gil and Will Warren. It's like you gotta let them pitch like they're number 3s and number 4s and number 5s. Like
and you know who's coming back, man? Wilkins' favorite pitcher, man. Clark Schmidt. He's coming back.
Oh, I love Clark. Wait, do you mean that ironically or not?
I know I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, no, wait, why? I actually like Clark Schmidt.
I like him, but I don't think I don't know. To me, he's a 5th guy rotation.
Oh, yeah. No,
well, on the Yankees, man.
He's not number 1. Yeah, he's not number. I like him because when you need to throw a random start out there, he does the job. Is what I mean.
Yeah, but do you have faith on him if a game 7?
No, trade him. What I mean by I like him is I like his service, but get out of here if we have an opportunity to trade you. The only person I'm willing not to trade and to see to the end is probably Cam Schlittler right now. Even Luis Gil, and I've been a defender of Luis Gil.
What about Lagrange? Even Lagrange is on the trading block with you?
If we can get Skeens, yeah.
Oh, so, I mean, yeah, of course. Anybody's... Yeah, that's not going to do it, though.
Even Cam, actually, you're right.
Yeah.
But for Scooble's just a rental. I would still trade Lagrange for a rental.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna wrap this up, my guys. I'm getting a little tired here. Been on 3 hours and 36 minutes, man. We cooking. You guys missed it, man. Who we got here? Hold on. Get a few more chats, comments. You guys missed the argument. Me and Welkin went on for like an hour and a half on Aaron Judge, arguing on a pointless topic.
Yeah, because he's our captain, man. It's pointless.
Jesse says, I can't believe they sent Carlos Lagrange, number 2 prospect, down to the minors. Jesse, man, I feel you, but at the same time, that's a Yankees move. I already expected it. I can believe it, but it sucks though, right? Because they sent him down because he deserves to make the team, but it's just that's how the Yankees roll, man. That is how they roll. They manipulate service time, and they got a bunch of old journeymans that Cashman signed that found in the bargain bin, and he's not gonna. But Cashman is not in the business of looking dumb, so they're gonna be on the roster. He's gonna give him a try.
And you said your son plays baseball.
Yeah.
Just hope he doesn't end up in the Yankees farm. He's never gonna touch the majors.
Sure. If he could make it to any professional, I'll be happy, man. Even college.
Yeah, but like, man, the Yankees. Like, I feel bad for anyone who's stuck in the Yankees.
Yeah, so Carlos Lagrange definitely should have made it. I think, look, Dominguez with all his flaws. I feel like Dominguez or Randu Gerchek. Did I say his name right? If the competition is between them two, and look, maybe it's just because I've grown, like, because Dominguez has been with us for a couple years, and I like Dominguez, right? Even though his defense is scary to me, I would have went with Dominguez, man. I feel like he deserved it more than the other guy, but you know, the Yankees, man, they believe in seniority. Who has seniority?
Yeah,
you know,
we already knew it when he signed. When you saw that Cashman signed the minor league deal with Randall Gertrude, I'm like, there goes Dominguez's shot.
Yeah, there goes Dominguez, Spencer Jones, and everybody. It sucks, man. It sucks. But I tell you what, that AAA Scranton team is stacked right now. They got
They're gonna
ERC.
destroy everyone. They're gonna win the World Series down there.
Oh hell
Maybe
yeah,
that's
man.
the point. Maybe they want to win the World Series down there in Scranton.
Yeah, man. But anyway, folks, man, I'm gonna wrap it up here, man. I appreciate you, Welkin and Kelvin. You guys want to say any last words, man, before we go?
Yeah, go Yankees. I might not be the biggest Judge fan, but he's still my captain, and you know, it is what it is. I want to write the record clean.
Yep.
What about you, Kelvin?
Yep. Go Yanks. Number 28 coming. Jazz is going to be World Series MVP.
Jazz is gonna be World Series MVP.
Oh man,
the Yankees are gonna re-sign him, man, just to piss you off, man.
Dude, imagine how much crow I would
deal.
have to eat. I would have to eat so much crow if he actually was the MVP and gave us the 20th ring.
When Judge wins it, man, you're gonna eat crow.
And I'll be
I'm
fine
not lie,
with
man.
that.
I'm apologize to Wilkin. But man, don't be talking about Judge, bro. That's my dude, bro.
We'll see. We'll see.
No.
I mean, I love him too. Just, you know.
Oh, man. Anyway, man,
I hope you're right though that we win the 28th ring and Jazz was it.
I tell you what, man. If we won,
I'm okay with being wrong. I'm okay with being wrong if we win, bro.
Here's the thing, right? I want to win. Obviously, I want to win. But if the Yankees win this year, oh man, Cashman's never going anywhere.
Oh,
that's like he's gonna get extended 30 more years.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
They're gonna put his brain in that like the Futurama, that tub of liquid. Keep him like frozen.
He's gonna feed the GM in a freaking glass jar with water.
Yeah, he's never. Oh man.
And Boone ain't going. If they win, Boone ain't going. Cashman ain't going.
And you know what's funny? There's always a chance we could win. Because what if, like, the Dodgers, like, God forbid, some injuries happen, and some other horrible team makes it to the World Series, and we face them? Mm-hmm. We could win, and then people will say, "See, Cashman is a genius."
Miss Chocolate says she's excited for the AAA season.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be jumping over there in Scranton, man. I'll tell you that much. Their bullpen might be better than ours at this point.
I think it is. We got Jake. Did Chivilli get sent down? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so we have Chivilli on the bump. No
that
way.
Dude is terrible, man.
I knew he was bad because he had like a 6 ERA from the Rockies.
Yeah, he's terrible. Unless he turns it around quick, he is terrible. Man, there's only one guy in that bullpen that I have faith in for some reason. And that's Tim Hill. No, Tim Hill.
Oh.
For some reason, my man Timothy, he's I don't know, man. He looks like he's been through a lot of life.
He has a grudge because he was supposed to pitch to Freeman.
Yeah, man. He, you know his story too, right? He had like cancer, son. He beat cancer and all that stuff, man.
I've been rooting for him, yeah. I liked him. He was the easiest signing. Was he actually the first signing we made in the offseason?
They had got him. Remember Tonkin? Oh no, you're talking about this offseason? Yeah, I thought you meant when they first.
I think we literally immediately signed him. I'm like, that was the most obvious signing.
Yeah, and Tim Hill, he had got released by like 3 teams or something, and I don't know, man. It worked out for him. But Jesse says, if that's the case, they better not win. I want Cash and Boone gone. Yeah, man. If they win, oh man, that's it.
Okay, to be fair,
extended contract for life.
Extended contract, but wouldn't you want to be the team? Wouldn't you want if we win, that means we stop Dodgers 3-peat. I actually prefer that.
Yeah, I'd rather win, man. I
And
want
then
to
we get to
win.
gloat. We get to gloat, man. I don't know. I'd rather gloat and win.
I'd rather win too, man. It's been way too long, man. We're going to what 16 years. It's
This will
just
be 17th if nothing happens.
we gotta win something, man. Even if
And
we
then,
win and don't win again for 17 years, let's get one out the way.
yeah.
I'm not getting any younger. Freaking this thing. There's a whole generation of kids I've never
Yeah, the people,
seen.
they don't know what it means to win. It's sad.
Yeah, it's really sad, man. But anyway, folks, man, I appreciate everybody. If you still rocking with us at this time,
Yeah, you're crazy if you are.
yeah, man.
What
Well, I
time is
appreciate
it?
you
Salute to
guys,
y'all,
man.
though.
Yeah, take care. My apologies, man. I've been
No, it's fine.
drinking too, man. That's what it is. So I'm a little amped up today. But
What are you drinking? What is it though?
I don't know. This Walmart wine. It's
Oh,
pretty good though. I don't know. Bartenura, whatever. I
oh,
know
it's
it's pretty
wine.
good though.
Yeah, it's fine, yeah.
For a little wine, it's
Yeah.
all right. I try not to drink, but I was doing a lot today, man. And the past couple of days, I just wanted to chill and relax.
No problem.
I
Oh, yeah,
appreciate you
by the way,
guys, man. What
congrats
happened,
on your
Kelvin? Welcome. Oh yeah, thanks, man. 10K. And get a camera, Welcome.
I only use I would only use a camera for like job interviews.
And I'm gonna be honest, Welcome. Like, right. So I don't know if you know. Like, I could see. I'm looking at the analytics right now of the YouTube. So there was a couple points there, right, where when we were arguing, I see it spiking. You know, the chat rate and the concurrent viewers. So I was kind of egging it on a little bit more too. It's like I
No, I
wanted it,
understand.
man.
Yeah. No, I mean
It's
it's
good.
all good. I don't really.
It's good for the ratings, man. It's good for
Yeah.
the ratings.
But like the there's like the Michael K show. You don't think he doesn't
Yeah.
amp up for that for the rating?
Oh, you comparing me to that guy, man?
I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah. No, man. But yeah, man, and hit me up, man.
Yeah.
Like, email me or something. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm gonna log off, man. I got a lot of work to do. Let's go Yankees! Freaking the season about to start. I'm gonna be coming on every night, and I don't know, man. Maybe you guys could, if you want to join. Like, there's certain people. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come on every night, right? Open mic is gonna be certain days for everybody, but I'm gonna give certain people like golden tickets. Pause. Sound like golden showers. I'm gonna give people
Wow.
like a golden ticket where they can come on wherever, you know.
Yeah.
But they could come on whenever and stuff, man. So we'll do that. But anyway, that's gonna do it for me, man. Have a great weekend. The rest of your
All right.
weekend. Let's
Peace
go
out, guys.
Yankees. Let's get number 28. Peace, y'all. Take care.
All right. See ya.
Peace, y'all. I'm gonna see y'all. Have a good night.
All right, we